Hello, everybody. This is the BeanDaddies podcast. We've got our host,
Bean Daddy number one, the big man.
and Daddy Bean number 2, Mr. Allocator.
Yep.
We've got a couple special guests tonight.
Yep. And we're gonna introduce. So we talked about this in the last episode about our number one motherfucking fan, the granddaddy, Collyn Crow.
Yes, sir. Collyn Crow, a.k.a. Crowtime 5, up in this thing in BeanDaddies podcast.
Yep.
Yes, sir. We'll do the shout outs at the end. Hey, okay.
Yeah, we do that at the end.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might be a number one fan, but
Oh, dude, I'm number one. Dedicated.
no.
Yeah, I can see your watch time.
Yeah, it's 100. I watch it all. I watch every second.
And then we have another guest here who is a Giga Chad. All right, by all means. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Alan. Everybody knows me.
Yeah.
Alan. Cool,
Yeah,
Alan.
but the audience doesn't know you, bro.
Well, I've known all these guys since. Well, I've known 2 of them since like pre-K and one of them since 3rd grade.
Yep.
No, I
We're
wasn't
still
in
friends.
pre-K. I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, he was in kindergarten.
Okay, pre-K, kindergarten, and
So,
3rd grade.
Y'all right
See, he
now-
knew me first.
I
y'all
knew
are-
Alec the longest.
Y'all were always at
Yeah,
Negrete?
Yep.
All of y'all?
Yep. For 14 years.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah.
It's crazy that we know
Thank
each
y'all for
other.
having me.
Yeah, dude, I really
100%.
appreciate it.
Look,
Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and y'all do really good. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I
And-
listen to podcasts
and
every night.
what's
I'm at
funny
work.
is this is episode number 4, and we got 4 people.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
I also want to say I apologize to any family or friends that's never heard me talk like this. It's going to be explicit.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, fuck. Get your fucks and shits out of the way.
I'll do my best to save your ass. No promises.
Alec is the editor.
Alec can bleep out
Yeah, bleep that out.
Yeah.
any racist
Hey,
remarks.
yeah.
But I won't rewatch it.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Yeah, Jamie. Yes, one of us is whoever's closer. I guess I'm Jamie.
Oh, it's like
today.
you can actually pull stuff up.
Yeah. See, whenever we say, yeah, look that up. Oh
Okay.
yeah, Jamie, look that
Is
up.
that how you
Hell
were
yeah.
doing it on the last episode? I could see you were pulling shit up on
Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah. This time, yeah, and I got it on
Yeah.
on here. In
Yeah,
fact, let me
Y'all were like trying to find stories to read, and Gavin was like, "Yeah, I don't like this one. Let's just go to the next."
Yeah, because it was like a bunch of them were just like, it was simple shit. It's like, am I an asshole for peeing in the toilet with the seat up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like dumb shit
I
like
do it with
that.
seat down.
Dude, I'm trying to remember when y'all were talking
Damn.
about.
That's like,
It's what Chads do.
Dude, I really like when y'all were talking about like what would y'all have as a superpower and all that shit.
dude.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
well, you know what? What would you have as a superpower?
Dude, I'd fly. I'd want to fly, 100%.
Isn't that what Alec picked?
Alec, one of y'all
I think-
picked mind reading, and
I would love
I
it.
picked-
That was me.
well,
I
no.
said to be fun, fly, but teleport is.
Yeah, you said teleport.
I
It's
mean,
more
Okay,
useful.
because you said something like about Goku or some shit.
Yeah, instant
yeah,
transmission.
instant transmission.
I'm
But
out
then y'all were talking about the airbender shit.
yeah.
And I would do water, bro, 100%.
Oh,
Oh
yeah?
my god.
See?
No,
100%.
shut
I would
no.
either have to do flying or like time travel.
Oh, dude, that would
That,
be-
honestly,
yeah.
though, you know how much, like, shit you could get out of?
Dude,
I know.
you could change like.
The course of history.
Yeah,
I can step on an ant 1.3 million years ago and then
Well, now, do you get
we
time
have
travel?
4 arms.
yeah.
Do you get time travel
Or some dumb shit
for
like
all
that.
time, or like just your past?
No, I think
Your
I think
timeline.
like if I wanted to go see the Western frontier in the 1800s, I could just go see what it's
You
like.
go see
Yeah.
Arthur Morgan
Yeah.
Dude.
in Dutch
Yeah.
and the entire.
Hey,
What was their game called?
You'd be like,
The
don't beat that
Vanderlyn
guy
game.
up.
Vanderlyn game.
Don't beat that
Or
guy
like if
up.
I wanted to go like 3 years into the future, you know,
That would be cool.
not just my
Would you
past.
go talk to yourself?
No, that would destroy the time frame, I think.
Okay,
No,
would
I
you
don't
go
think
back
I
in
would.
time and like?
I think
go
you'd be
talk
able to
your-
handle it.
Well, actually, if I talk to myself in the future, then my future self would already know that I'm going to do that because he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would defeat the purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, would you go back in time and like talk to your parents or anything?
No.
Like when you're a
No,
kid?
I think I'd mostly
Because
go
they wouldn't know
back.
who you are.
I'd probably mostly
Yeah,
go
but
back.
then once they have a kid, and they're like, man, what the fuck? This guy looks like that person who came in the past to talk to us.
Or like my dad sees me and sees I don't even bear resemblance to him, but our neighbor.
Oh shit.
Damn,
What does that mean?
The milkman.
Whoa.
Hang on now.
And then you go back to the present and you find out your dad's like fucking went to jail for killing somebody.
Yeah, my neighbor.
Now, okay, so speaking of going back in time, let's say you only had like one opportunity to go to one time frame and then back home.
Oh, dude.
Where are you gonna go?
Like, but like,
You can spend as much time there as you want.
If I had
would
to
it
do
change
it-
anything?
No, you don't have to worry about that.
Oh,
If I had to do that,
No consequences.
it would probably be to like fix a mistake.
no,
No, you
like,
can't fix it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
you're
go
just
in
going
and
there
just
to
to see it.
visit.
Yeah,
just to
you
visit.
can't change nothing.
Oh,
Can you put my phone up?
you know, it's kind of weird. I was thinking about this
It's
today.
like right behind me.
When I was driving back from Shreveport. So for some reason I was thinking about my like genealogy, my ancestry, and I was wondering like what did my family look like or do like as a job like in 1837 for instance. Like
The Beasleys.
that's when like Western expansion was happening. People were
Manifest destiny.
yeah, dude. Like what was my family doing? The Beasley family. Were they like I don't know, dude.
That's interesting.
Like, were they outlaws? Were they just trying to make a living, or
I was a
or what?
highwayman.
Along the coach road?
Living in
I
a
did right.
cabin.
Yeah, like I don't know. I might want to go see what my ancestors were doing at a certain time. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Dude.
I've definitely thought about that. Like
That
what
would be cool.
what happened during the medieval ages?
And I mean, I might.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may go back to see a certain like
event.
figure in human
Oh, yeah.
history. Like,
Dude, I'd probably go back to like the 40s or the 50s.
Yeah, 1945.
Yeah. No.
like in France.
No,
on a
to
certain
Japan.
beach, in a beach on a beach in France.
Yeah, go to Japan.
No, I'd
You may
probably
not
go
come back
to
with two legs, but
Yeah. Why does it look like there's a second sun?
who's Oppenheimer?
Dude, I want to go see that so bad.
Me too, dude.
I heard it
Looks
was
good.
3 hours long.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. There's also nude scenes.
Heck
Whoa.
yeah.
Of Margot Robbie, I think.
Whoa.
With or no,
That's
of
far.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, that, but also on the women.
Oh yeah.
No, if there was a place I could go back in time,
Also.
I know what you're worried about now.
Yeah.
I would definitely go back to like ancient Rome, dude.
Oh, yeah. that'd be
Caesar.
Yeah, I want to see him get assassinated.
If we're talking about that far back, I would definitely go back to like the War of 300 and see King Leonidas.
So what if he was like a
Against the
little
Persians?
bitch? Like, what if he was like, I surrender?
Oh hell no, dude! They
And-
held off the Persians for I don't remember how long. Just
No.
300 of them.
Yeah.
Versus how many?
You know they lost.
Like-
though.
Yes, thousands. But still, 300 guys against that big of an army lasted that long.
What if it was like only like two?
Well, then you
10
could just come up in there with a gun and just fuck them
Well, you
up.
can't. You're not changing the. But I mean,
You can still go back there and just
Just go find Xerxes, pop a cap in him, be done with it.
And just load your save. Just
Yeah.
start back over.
Yeah.
they said a god couldn't bleed.
Yeah.
Insta kill.
Yeah.
I would write a little name.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
That would kind of be cool. Seeing the cavemen and stuff. They'd probably kill me on sight because I'm
Dude.
hairless and
The
wearing
dawn of
strange
fire.
linen.
Yeah, they would look at you as a god.
They probably would worship.
They would,
you.
yeah, they would literally work.
Yeah.
Imagine how
The
much
Beasley.
$100 would be worth.
Like, dude, just build a fire for them and they'll worship.
No,
you.
Alan, telling me the Rizzler.
I'm the Grand Rizzler. Obviously not.
And they'd be like, "Hooka, hooka."
Rizzler? What does that mean?
Riz, riz.
So
Means I can pull any women. Where's your woman? About that.
about that.
There is no woman.
Yeah. So Alec, would you like to, you know, how did you meet Alan? What was your first experience with Alan?
Well, Alan,
I don't remember our
I
first
really
experience.
don't remember. The earliest thing I could like have a main memory of is when we went to Easter at your house.
I remember that, the whole class.
Yeah, the
We
whole
went and had an
class.
Easter egg hunt at my house.
Mm-hmm. Like we went on the school bus to your house.
Do you remember that bubble machine and my dog kept jumping up and eating the bubbles?
Ah, dude.
You remember
Okay.
that?
I have like a little repressed memory of that.
I forgot
Why
about
was
that
it
trip.
repressed?
Yeah.
Did the dog
I always
try
remembered it
humping you?
because whenever I'd get on the bus to a field trip and we'd go that way, I'd be like, man, I can't believe Alan lives like
Within sight of
two.
the school.
Yeah, within inside of the
like
school.
half a mile.
And every time we'd go on a field trip, it felt like your house got farther and farther. Because as a kid, I was like, it's right there.
You know, Alec, I don't remember our first memory, man. I mean, I remember being in your class. I don't think we were ever in a different class from pre-K to when we graduated.
Yeah, I was always in a class with like Lila and or Tori.
Yeah.
Dude, do y'all remember that time Tori Townsend was like, I think I'm pretty smart, and everybody like laughed
Oh my
at her?
god.
Dude, I saw Tori
That was in this
today.
Brit.
Do y'all
You saw
remember that
Tori
though?
Today? What was she doing?
She bought something for my mom and had to come pick it up,
Oh, okay.
and I talked to her for a while.
I
First time
haven't
I've seen her in years.
Really?
Just
We-
talk about life.
We ended up running into her at Joe's Crab Shack when we went up to Shreveport.
Yeah,
One day,
her
yeah.
boyfriend was there, so we didn't
Yeah,
talk.
and
long.
her boyfriend's little brother, it looked like.
Yeah. I remember me and Alan's first experience.
I remember it very. It was just unique.
Yeah, we were we were in school,
Hey,
and
what
we were,
grade was that?
that was, oh my god.
That was early, dude.
Yeah, it was. It was very early. But I just remember being in the lunch line, like, and I was behind Alan. And I was just, like, standing there. And we started moving up. And as soon as we started moving up, Alan turned around and he was like, "What's your mama's name?" Like, said it exactly like that. And I was like, Esther? And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then turned around and didn't say anything to
So
me.
there's some backstory to that. One night, dude, what grade was that?
It had to be, like, second.
It was early, dude.
Because I remember...
Let's just say
like,
second, because it was in that range.
yeah.
And I remember we was at Sonic one night, maybe after church or something, me and my mom. And something came up about your mother, Esther. I think there had been something at the school maybe a few days before that where all the parents were there. Anyways, my great-grandma's name was Esther. That was the only Esther I'd ever heard of, was my great-grandma. And when my mom told me your mom's name was Esther, and I was just like, other people have that name? Like,
This isn't
are
just
you
like a-
serious? So then I was like, okay, I've got to make it a mission at school to figure out if this is true.
Yeah.
I couldn't just take my mom's word for it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, but how do I do this
I had to get it from
without
the
being
source.
awkward?
Yeah.
So what did I do? The most awkward thing I could think of.
Yeah.
In
Which
the lunch
actually
line,
worked.
I'm in the lunch line. Gavin has no idea I'm even about to talk to him. I just turn around. What's your mama's name?
What's your mama's
You
name?
didn't
Just
say-
like that.
You didn't say, "Hey, Gavin."
No, that was the first thing I said. Esther? I'm like, okay, cool. And turn back around.
You know what?
By the gay corner.
And no.
I forgot about
The
that.
gay
dude.
corner.
Was that like...
No. Do y'all
Y'all
remember?
that?
You remember Colby Hardy?
Yes, dude.
Dude, I have
He was-
I have one memory of this kid.
Dude.
I have several.
Well,
And we were in the back of the bus, going on a field trip
Whoa.
or something. And he was behind me, and he said, "Collyn, turn around and look." I don't remember how old we were. And dude, I turned around and he had his dick out and was like
Oh,
fucking
God.
doing a helicopter.
Dude.
Were you in the little gym with us?
Dude, I know what you're about to say.
Alec made me
He
terrified
like
of the back of
he
the bus.
wanked off in
Oh, I don't
No,
remember
I
that.
wasn't there.
and pulled out and it had like I don't know if he
I
put
don't even
spit,
fucking remember
but he
this.
pulled out. It looked like jizz was on his hand and he
Dude.
flung
Dude.
it at
He
somebody.
probably.
I have several memories of this guy.
He was
He's
very
so fucking
disturbed.
weird.
One
dude.
thing, in the little gym, he was running like laps back and forth, and he tripped. You know how it's cinder block walls?
Mhm.
Oh, I
And
remember
busted
this.
his head wide open on the wall. Dude, blood was on the wall, on the floor, on his head. And they were like, or I don't remember who our coach was, but they were like, Colby, you need to go up to the nurse. He was like, I'm good. And we were like,
His
you're losing a lot of blood, dude. Like, it was like coming out, dripping off of his face.
You remember he didn't like come back for until like a week later, and when he came back, his eye was like fucked up.
Yeah, it was like black and puffy and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
He was.
But you remember the
Dude.
gay corner thing?
Yeah.
Like
Which corner was that? Was that,
That was the one right
near
by
the
the door.
entrance?
It was right by the door.
it was,
wasn't
yeah, to go into
to go
the
into the
yeah, to
lunch
go
line.
into-
yeah. And like, I remember we were all sitting there like, you're in the gay corner, because we would push people in there.
Yeah.
And like, one of the teachers came up and she was like, the what? And Colby was like right there, and he was like, oh, well, you know, this is called the gay corner, and we push people into it. And she was like, put your nose in it.
Yeah.
And the whole
That
lunch,
sounds like Lisa Sable right
the
there.
whole lunch period, he had to put his nose in the gay corner while we were all awkwardly eating lunch, watching him.
He didn't even get to eat lunch.
No, she didn't let him eat
Oh my
lunch.
god, dude.
Dude,
Wait,
another...
what teacher was it that would put us in the corner? Miss Bray.
Miss
Yeah.
Bray.
Dude, she used to put me in the corner over there by that air conditioner, dude. And
It was
I'd be
cold.
freezing
Yeah,
my ass off.
I remember that.
Dude, I'd be over there. Can I get out of the corner? No! You stayed in the corner.
People
Yeah.
stayed in the corners a
And then
lot in her class.
I'd make a peek, I'd turn and look at the class. Look in the corner, and I'm like...
Dude,
just
I
sit in the
know.
corner.
I never got in the corner because Miss Bray loved
Miss
me.
Oh,
Williams
yeah.
Put me in your phone up here.
I was so sad when she retired.
Not me.
I know.
I remember she
Dude,
cried.
I never had any problems with any of my teachers except her, and everybody loved her except
So
me.
you didn't have a problem with Lisa Saban?
Well, me and her kind of had like a mutual like,
I hate you.
yeah.
I hate
So that wasn't really hate, but I'd get on her nerves on purpose, and she kind of just knew how to deal with it. But dude, Miss Bray, you know, going up to Miss Bray's grade, you hear all about her. Everybody loves her.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to it. I did not go in there with any mean intentions. But I get in there, and she left in 6th grade. So in 5th grade, or no, it was 6th grade, I had been out all week with bronchitis. I used to get it all the time.
Bronchitis.
So I come back, I've still got this nasty cough. And the doctor, when I went to see him, he was like, look, man, you can't be taking cough medicine at school. So if you start coughing, just give your teacher this note and just go get some water, come back. I said, okay. I didn't want to have to leave class, but
Yeah.
I had the ability. Right after lunch, we go to Miss Bray's for whatever math it was, and I used to sit on the front desk of my row, but like, I don't remember which row it was. And I started coughing, dude, could not stop. And I was trying to stop. I remember we ate steak fingers for lunch.
I think I remember this.
You might have been in there. And dude, I was like, alright, I gotta give her the letter, dude. So I stood up and I was like, hey, Miss Bray, you mind if I get a sip of water? I got this letter. Sit down. I was like, Miss Bray,
I remember this.
I'm literally about to cough my lung up. I'm about to start drawing blood, dude. It's bad. Sit down. And I'm like, alright, bitch. So I went and sat down. I went and sat down and
Bitch.
kept coughing, dude, to the point it made me throw up.
Dude,
All
I remember this.
remember
over
that.
myself, in front of the class,
remember
on
this.
my desk, on
Yeah.
my books. She saw it happen. She said, alright, go get paper towels and clean it up.
Dude, I would have
Can
had
you
a major
imagine?
problem with her.
Can
I
you
would've had-
imagine, dude? I had to go get brown
remember
paper
you cleaning
towels
it up. I remember
out of the
this.
bathroom,
I remember.
get
this.
on the ground while she's up there teaching, and everybody's just like, oh shit.
I remember that, bro.
Dude, it was. I had to get my uncle to bring me clean clothes from my house.
Dude, I just would have went home.
Nobody could have took me home.
Yeah.
It's after my mom quit teaching.
Dude,
And
I would have had a problem with her too.
Since then, dude, I could have made an effort to be on good terms with her, but I didn't. Because that was stubborn. I had a note.
Mean.
And dude, when I was giving her the note, she wasn't even teaching. She was like doing something on her desk and we were supposed to be working. So it was
Dude.
quiet. And I was like, Miss Bray, I have got to get some water, please.
Dude, y'all remember after she retired, we went through
Miss
like
Methvin?
4 different teachers. Bro,
Yeah.
she
She
would
got
like
fired.
Sleep. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
She would like sleep on us. Like literally
Yeah.
sleep on
For
our
the
bodies.
first like few days, she didn't know how to turn the AC on, so you get
Nah,
in there.
bro. I remember we walked in
all
class and
musty.
she had Sharpie on the projected board.
I
My
remember
name
that.
is Miss Methvin and all this shit.
Yeah, she had, she
I think she
had
was
like
a
the
pillhead.
dry
Dude,
erase
she was-
marker.
She was weird.
And she wrote math stuff. My name is Miss Methvin. And she went to go erase it, and then nothing
Nothing
happened.
came
We were all
off.
like, oh god, dude.
Dude, and she was like, "Why isn't this coming off?" And we're like, "Well, what'd you write on there with?" She's like, "This Sharpie," and we were like, "Oh, boy, that's an active board."
Dude, she'd sit there and play games on her phone. We'd look over there, and she'd literally lay on her desk,
Nah,
like
dude.
snoring.
The weird one was Mr. Cummings.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was his
Dude,
name.
do you remember?
Mr. Cummings.
Dude,
Remember
do you,
Caleb behind Mr.
Caleb,
Cummins?
Caleb
Flinging
McManus.
flinging
Dude,
the
remember we
pencil?
I remember we walked into his classroom one day and he had the active board on and he was like had his DMs open like messaging some girl and it was like fucking
Well,
weird.
you know
Yeah.
Miss Donna Sable, Tori's grandma?
Yeah.
That's her brother.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her
Well,
brother.
he was all like all cracked
He
out and
talked,
shit.
he sounded kind of like Miss Sable, though. He had like that
Yeah, he
screechy
did.
voice.
Yeah.
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 Okay, go ahead, Gavin, sorry.
I was gonna say, do you remember when he called Caleb gay?
Yes, I remember that.
I
Look,
don't
it
remember
was
that.
so funny because Caleb was over there like talking to Clayton or somebody. He was talking to some dude, and like he had to get onto him like 5 times, and he was like, You keep wanting to talk to that boy over there. What are you, gay?
Yeah, I remember that.
And we were all sitting there like, ooh.
Dude, if that would have happened nowadays, that'd
Oh,
have been
dude.
bad.
Dude, I remember Miss
Yeah.
Methvin threw like chalk or something at Shelby.
No, it wasn't Miss Methvin.
Who
It was that
It
little
was the
woman.
It was
substitute.
Miss Morgan.
Yes.
Miss Mignon.
She was that tiny. She was literally that
It
tall.
wasn't Miss Methvin.
No.
I do remember something like that happening.
It was a short lady.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
at Shelby?
Yeah, Shelby was in the back, and he was
Yeah.
like, "This is so stupid."
Yeah,
Yeah.
he kept trash talking. Dude, she had that chalk.
And she threw it at him, bro.
Threw it?
He sat like with his back to the wall, like
Yeah.
against. It went right past his face and exploded on the wall. And he was like, "I'll shut up."
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Nobody mess with Miss.
It went like
Morgan.
right next to me. I was like on the
Yep.
next row to
We
him,
went
and
through
I was like,
we went through so many teachers.
Well,
that
not
day.
even teachers. We had like teachers' age trying
Yeah.
to come in there with
Yeah,
us.
dude.
Yeah.
And it really fucked us. It put us behind.
It did me. Ever since
Yeah.
then, dude, I was bad
Well,
at
after
math.
we
Yeah,
were
we
just
had-
doing accelerated math pretty
Yeah,
much.
dude.
Yeah.
We had Miss Bowling after that because
And-
Tori's grandma, she left, didn't she?
Yeah, she
And
retired
Miss-
before we got in there.
Miss Bowling replaced her,
Yep.
and we had Miss Bowling. Remember, she would brain juice. Show us some brain juice
Yeah.
before
That's
our
a
big
more.
test.
That's a
That's
more.
I'm tired of
I'm
it.
tired of it.
I'll be John B. Brown.
Yeah.
She would go run her marathons and
Dude,
stuff.
I remember, who? I want to think it was you, but I know it wasn't. Somebody was like aggravating Tristan Hippler in there.
Oh no.
It wasn't you. It might have been like Caleb McManus, one of those guys.
Probably Clayton.
No, it wasn't either one of y'all. For some reason, I thought it was you, but it wasn't. Because I know Coach Crow was a principal.
Yeah.
And anyways, Tristan Hippler got tired of it. And he went over there and kicked whoever it was right in the shin, dude. And that person stood up. Miss Bowen said, "Get in the hall right now." She put them on opposite sides of the hall. Buzzed the intercom, said, "I want Coach Crow down here now."
Dude.
So here we
I remember
heard
this.
the door was cracked. It wasn't shut because you know they lock if you shut it.
Yeah.
We hear Coach Crow coming from the high school hall into the junior high. What's up? What's going on here, Coach? What's going on?
Okay.
And she was like, "Well, we've got these two people right here." Because before she took them out, T Hip was all like, "I'm gonna break your nose." Like,
with my fist.
yeah. Which whoever it was had it coming because they
It's
were
probably
really
Caleb,
they were
dude.
getting on Tristan Hipler's nerves.
him and like Caleb would fuck with Tristan all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, he had it coming, dude.
Yeah.
And which Coach Crow knew that, and he took Caleb and just told Tristan to go back into
Shit,
class.
man. Caleb, that man in prison for murder right
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
He killed a man.
You know
In
it's
his
funny.
sleep, huh?
Yeah,
dude.
and you know,
He, like,
So wait,
just-
what is the deal with that? I keep hearing y'all
I
talk
don't know
about
the
that.
exact story, but I do know he just walked up to whoever it was and just fucking blasted him. In the
Was he in a
face.
gang?
It was. I don't know.
I think it was
don't
just
know.
he did it.
And I used to see him walking on the side of the road and stuff, like skinny as fuck, dude.
Probably
you could
from-
just tell he was fucked up.
Yeah. No, see, he got away for it. Got away with it for like
dude.
a really
Dude,
long
he
time.
got away with it for like
The murder?
a couple of years, dude. Like,
Yeah.
he was just on the run. They really didn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, because and he would go to bars and be like, "Yeah, I killed this fucking dude." Like would say their full name and shit like that. Like, "Yeah, I went up there and I just shot him in the fucking face." And what was fucked up about it was the guy that he shot wasn't all there. Like he had some mental disability.
There ain't no telling why he did it, dude.
No, he just probably went up there and was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill this dude."
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know, bro. Caleb,
I
he
know.
always was into some shit.
I know,
Yeah, I
dude.
remember when I got sent to Sparks. That was the last time I ever saw Caleb when I was at Sparks. in
Caleb,
eighth grade.
Caleb was playing basketball whenever I played
He
basketball.
played
right?
basketball and ran cross country.
You know, I spent the night at his house. Like
What?
Really?
we became friends.
When?
Dude,
When
Y'all
he
are
fir-
nothing
I
alike,
would've
dude.
been so scared.
we were in 4th grade and we like became friends because we would just talk in class.
I remember he
And-
would come to school and just show us like nudes and shit in like 5th grade. I'm like, what the fuck even?
Y'all remember when
that?
him and Matt Foster got in a fight in the
Yeah,
courtyard?
dude. Matthew hit him in the face with the hard cover of a book. Bro.
Bloodied him up.
Fucked him up.
Yeah,
I remember that.
and yeah, I spent the night at his house, and it kind of makes sense why he is the way he was.
Yeah, he did have
a bad upbringing?
Yeah, it was
What
bad.
like, I went over there, and his dad would fucking yell.
Yeah, dude, his dad was like really abusive and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't he come from like Kansas or something? Because
Yeah.
he always wore
Yeah,
Kansas
it was
football
The,
hoodie.
the-
Chiefs.
Yeah, something.
I think it
like
was.
that.
I don't know football.
The
teams.
Chargers at the time.
I don't
The
know.
Chargers, I think.
Yeah, dude. I went over there and it was very like I went over there and Caleb was pretty much like, okay, just don't really say a lot when you come to my house. And I went over there and I was just like chilling. And his dad was like, hey, what's up? You the little buddy who's here? And I was like, oh yeah, you know. And Caleb's just kind of like looking at me like, okay, yeah, you can
Oh,
stop there.
shit.
Like you can stop there. Like just say your name and that's all. But like, we went to bed, and I woke up, and like the next morning he was yelling about something, about how his brother, Caleb's brother, the bigger one.
Kyle.
He got arrested for like stealing TVs or something.
I think he's married now.
Yeah, I think he did a
Or
little better than.
Maybe he was. I don't know.
He had a little brother too. Caleb had a little
Yeah,
brother.
he pissed on my leg.
Really?
His
Yeah.
little brother.
He was a bad little kid, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't his older brother go in the military?
Yeah, and he went AWOL.
Did he?
Yeah. But I remember one time, well, it was when he was on the junior high basketball team with us. My dad and Uncle Jarrett was the coach.
Yeah.
And it was like after practice, Caleb's dad didn't come pick him up. So we brought Caleb to his house, and he lived in like Turtle Beach or something.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we dropped him off, and his dad came out drunk and was like really mad at us for taking Caleb home and shit. And my dad and his dad got like real into it and shit. And dad, we just like left because it was bad. It was like, you don't take my son home and shit. And I mean, he like just left Caleb. He wouldn't come pick him up.
Well, it
so
sounds
we
like
brought him.
Caleb
home.
didn't really have a chance at life.
No,
did
he didn't. But his brother made it. His
Yeah.
older brother made it.
Yeah.
His older brother he got arrested on our bus, my bus, because
Really?
they rode our bus, and our bus would get stopped every day for kids acting up. But one day, we stopped for like 20 minutes, waited for a cop to come, because his older brother was like, I'll fucking fight everybody, like cussing, saying he'll fight the bus driver, and then this buff cop came up and was like, get your fucking ass over here.
Damn.
Put him in the back of the
With
car.
all these tiny kids.
Yeah,
on the
put him in
bus.
the back of the
Everyone's
car.
like,
They got back, yeah. Put him in the car and then came back to the bus. Y'all better fucking behave, or that shit's gonna fucking happen to you, and you're gonna be in jail for the rest of your motherfucking
Damn.
life.
God damn, we need more cops like him.
Yeah.
And everybody was quiet as hell.
They need to take,
Who?
that guy needs to stop buying a Greek.
Colby.
Have y'all watched
The cowboy hat.
I don't know.
Kobe Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. Have
He's
y'all
running for
watched?
sheriff.
Have y'all watched? What's the straight? Y'all know the movie Straight Outta Compton or whatever.
I've
Yeah.
never seen
What's
it.
is that? What it's called?
Yeah.
It's like the scene where they're on the
Yeah.
bus and the
I've seen that
gangster
scene.
comes on there.
Oh, I've seen that on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You want to talk like that? I'll shoot you
yeah,
right here
they
in front of
was, like,
everybody.
talking shit through the window or something, and they just pulled off or something.
And that bus driver didn't say a motherfucking thing.
No,
He did.
he knew better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
But
Man, school.
so, dude, I'm telling you,
People
like,
don't think a lot about Negrete, that it's pretty docile, but stuff happens in Negrete, dude.
Dude, it really
It
does.
just don't get out.
Yeah.
Because
we were
we're
on
just
like
so,
a bunch
out.
of news channels back when.
Well, fuck,
Miss-
Yeah,
Miss
dude,
Rowan.
y'all, we
That was
were
'cause
in
of
that
that.
room when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't in that class.
I was.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I
He-
was.
He was in our class, and you know at the end of every test for the bonus question, isn't it amazing what the blank has made?
Yes.
You're supposed to put Lord
Yeah,
or
you
God.
get bonus points.
Every test, free bonus points.
Yep.
And this new kid moves in. Apparently he's Buddhist. Didn't even know we had those in
Y'all
Louisiana.
remember that girl? Her name was what was her name?
Anna.
Anna. That
They
was like
live,
her-
dude. They were
that
like
was
my
like her-
neighbors.
Yeah, apparently that was her stepbrother.
Yeah, like her
Oh,
stepbrother.
wow.
And he
what a
puts,
step,
isn't
bro.
it amazing what the Buddha has made?
Yeah.
And she called him out in the whole class. He came up to her desk. She said, Buddha ain't real. I don't remember what she said, but she was like giving it to him about it
Oh really?
in front of everybody. And he went home and I guess
Well,
told
dude,
his
that was a
parents.
big thing. Like they sued the school board.
Well, that's why they took the picture
They-
of Jesus down.
Yeah, they fired Miss Rowart, bro. It was bad. It was all over the news.
I think
Like,
they
it was
gave her a
viral-
choice.
It was a viral thing.
I think they gave her a choice, either get fired or resign. And she was like, okay, I'll resign.
Yeah. I remember that, dude. I really liked Miss Rowart.
And before
I did
that, they
too.
would like,
she was so nice.
before that, they'd have like a prayer on the intercom every now and
Yes.
then. But since then, it was either a moment of silence
Dude.
or a student had to do
I remember
it.
the big Jesus cross sign
Yeah.
at the in the commons area. or
Painting?
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a big sign, wasn't it?
Well, there
Or
was
was it
a
a painting?
there was a painting.
I remember there was like a it was like
I think there was both, because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And they took it down, dude. And then he went to Manny. Remember that?
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him
If
after
you
the agreement.
if you go, you can
And he
find
was
that
so-
court case and like
Yeah,
the
dude.
evidence and stuff. They show like all the
Look
stuff.
it up.
And dude, they're like bashing Miss Roark, and I felt so bad.
When did you
for
get the
her.
real deeds, Alec?
It's on.
I saw her not too long ago.
Dude, I saw her.
I talked to her not long
I
ago.
saw her at the gym. Me and Clayton were up there, and
Okay,
she was talking to us, bro. And she was talking to Clayton. She was like, "If I was in high school, you would be my boyfriend."
Dude, I saw her at a little gathering thing for Memorial Day at my cousin's house, because she was, you know, she's a widow now,
Yeah.
and they just invited her because they go to church and all that. And I walked up in overalls talking to some of the guys out there by the tractor, and apparently when I walked up, she was like, "Who's that guy, the skinny guy in the overalls?" And they're like, "It's Alan." She's like, "Okay." Because there was a distance, she couldn't tell, and I got up there, I was like, "Miss Roark, how you doing?" I gave her a hug. She didn't say a word. She was like, "You turned out to be quite handsome." I was like, "Thank you. Thank you, Miss Roark."
Yeah.
Dude.
I was like, "I guess you didn't have high hopes for me in school."
There we go. Remember Anna Lane? Lane versus a Bean Parish
Yes,
school board.
Anna Lane. Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, there it is. Isn't
Yeah.
it amazing what the blankets made?
Yeah, dude. Wait, I want to read this.
Okay.
The Green High School serves students in kindergarten through 12th grade. Earlier this year, a 6th grader had quickly became a target of harassment by school staff. His science teacher, Rita Roark, repeatedly taught students the Earth was created by God 6,000 years ago, that evolution is impossible, and that the Bible is 100% true. Roark also regularly features religious questions on her tests, such as, "Isn't it amazing what the blank has made?" When CC,
That was
that his
him.
name?
Yes,
His name was Cole. Cole Condi or something.
Did not write in
Something
Roark
like
to
that.
speak against the
Something like
Lord.
that.
She belittled him in front of the rest of the class while studying other religions. Roark has told students that Buddhism is stupid. When plaintiffs objected to Bean Parish Superintendent Sarah Ebar told them that this is the Bible Belt, she suggested that CC should change his faith or transfer to another district school 25 miles away. In her words, "There are more Asians."
Did she actually say that shit?
That's someone from. That's Sarah Ebar.
Beyond Roark's classroom, the school also regularly incorporates official Christian prayer into class and school events. School officials display religious iconography, I guess how you say that, throughout the hallways and classrooms, including the large portrait of Jesus Christ on the electronic marquee in front of the school scrolls. That's what you're talking about. I think.
The big.
Where's it at?
The big cross.
As the students enter the building, the lawsuit asks the court to issue
An order prohibiting the school district from
Yeah.
continuing to promote religion. And then you can go down here and look at
2014.
Dude, that's so long ago. That's when I got my
the
PS4.
Jesus picture.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the Jesus
Dude,
picture.
oh my gosh, that school was.
It still looks exactly the same.
Oh, this is one of the tests.
40F?
Damn, who got
Hey.
fucked up?
I wonder who wrote that. You can't
What
even
is
read that
science?
shit.
Well, she wrote Lord because somebody didn't, but it wasn't him, dude.
I wonder who did
There's
that.
Because
another-
he
Here's another test.
I want to think he wrote Buddha. Lord Buddha.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's
He
him.
didn't even
She put a
spell it
question-
right.
She put it on a
Dumbass.
question mark.
Not joking.
Dude, he fucking failed that. A 17F? Holy shit.
Yeah, he failed it before.
That's probably why he got so butthurt. Yeah.
A 17?
Name redacted.
That is bad, bro.
Wait, what is ring ceremony?
Maybe them praying.
Is it pictures? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's
Yeah,
a prayer.
they're praying.
I wonder which class that was.
Oh, no.
2014. Oh, they look young from that angle.
Yeah.
Dude, did y'all ever notice, like, when y'all was kids, like, and you saw high school, they looked so fucking
So
big.
dude, yeah.
And then when you got up into high school, you were like,
No,
damn.
Well,
it was weird for me because I was on the high school basketball team on the 6th grade, dude, and I was playing with all them big ass kids, And I thought they were like grown
Yeah.
men compared to me because they were so big. Then
They
when I got to high school, like everyone's like the same size.
Well, the thing
around the
is,
same
when you're in
size.
elementary, they're like adults, dude.
Yeah,
And
then-
you think they are. And this takes me back to kindergarten. This is before you got there.
Yeah.
And me and Justin, my cousin, for those of you listening that don't know, we were going to breakfast one morning before Miss McMillan's class started in kindergarten. And the breakfast line was super long. We were at the very back, wrapped around the whole room, the whole lunchroom. And some high schooler in front of us was like, he pulled it right out of his ass. I know he just saw 2 kindergartners, thought, why, watch this, buddies. He turns around and he's like, hey, y'all know if you want breakfast today, you have to get a shot. Like, there's a nurse up there, and if you want breakfast, you have to get a shot. Justin was able to call bluffs. I wasn't. I turned around and went right back to the classroom. And Justin's like, whatever.
Yeah,
And
Justin.
so I went back, and Miss McMillan's like, why are you back already without Justin? I was like, they're giving shots, and I don't want a shot. And she was like, I'll be back. She went, got me breakfast, and brought it back to her classroom.
Dude.
Because Justin was like, dude, don't be a wiener. And I was like, screw you.
Don't be
I'm
a
going
wiener,
back.
Alan.
Yeah.
Don't be a
He
wiener.
comes back in there, and I'm sitting at my desk eating breakfast, and he's just like,
Dang.
Oh, dude.
You should have done what you did.
I know.
Dude,
Damn.
our class went through some shit.
It really
Honestly.
did. Our class had the most mean streak out of
Yes,
any other
bro.
class.
And it was like every year something new happened.
I know.
almost.
Yep.
Mean streak.
I don't know, it was weird.
Just
But
add a
look.
little more lighting.
Honestly, like, I don't know, dude. I think we had the most like tight knit class.
Yeah, I feel like everyone.
We
really
did
knew-
until they split the
Yeah,
class into
until-
Jump Start and 4U.
Yeah.
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 Dude, it was like a war after that.
I know, and I don't
Yeah.
understand why.
I don't know.
Well, cause like I remember one day, Jackson was like, "Man, fuck the university class. Those motherfuckers think they're better than us because they're going to
Oh, yeah,
college."
y'all
But it's a-
dumbasses were over there like,
Dude, it was a choice.
No, I
It
wasn't.
it was a choice you could make though. They all made it seem
Yeah.
like we only were in that class because we like deserved it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
But
good
you had the
grades.
choice to be in that class in like 9th grade. I think
It was like 11th we finally got split. 10th grade, I remember Miss Harper asking me in 10th grade what my plans were and if I should be in Start, Jump Start. And then as soon as junior year happened, it was like,
Finite.
and in the 4-year half of the class, I think I was the only one that was on good terms with both halves.
The only people
I was
that
on good
really,
terms with both halves.
Yeah, the only people that I really fucked with in Jumpstart was Gavin and Jackson, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, like,
most of the people that were in Jump Start class, I didn't really hang out with in the first place, except for Gavin. And when in ag, whenever I had to deal with them,
Yeah.
oh, dude, we
Yeah,
would
that
fuck so
fucking-
much shit up.
that fucking
Dude, I
little
missed
hallway
out on ag.
where you would just
I
get
know, dude.
utterly destroyed if you walk through it.
Ag has its whole different chapter of drama than just regular high school.
Oh,
I missed
yeah.
out, bro. I wanted to get in.
You
there
really
so
did,
bad.
man.
I know I missed out.
Colin,
dude.
you heard the
could've been
story about
cutting
how me
metal.
and Alec
Yeah.
almost got in a fight.
I tried so hard to get into ag every year.
Yeah, but if you did so many sports, you couldn't.
Yeah. Well, because my last hour was PE, and that's when y'all were in ag. So.
Dude, so I have a funny story from ag. I think this is when me and you
And Josh.
and Josh maybe, and we were in there, and it was we had it last
be
hour
honest.
that year,
I bet it was.
and Mr. Author comes in there.
Nicole and a bunch of
I love
kids.
Mr. Author, dude. He is.
Dude, I saw him at Walmart the other day.
Yeah, he comes and cleans our
his sisters
vehicles.
work at Walmart. Or
You know-
not his,
You know what he
daughters.
says to me every time? It's like, Gavin! And I'm like, Arthur! Because I was so awkward, I didn't know what to say because he was like,
He's a
Gavin!
big old dude.
I know.
I remember always seeing him in school. His eyes would always be like bloodshot red.
Dude, you knew when he was coming down the hall because them keys were jingling with that limp.
Yeah.
And you knew if something bad was going on because them keys were jingling fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
dude-
that's how I always knew Miss Collyn was coming. Because her fucking keys, man. That
She,
shit
she,
jingled.
she'd have that in the rag.
In the
Yeah, in the
rag.
rag.
I'm telling
The
you.
sweaty hands.
So,
I
dude,
always knew it was her when I
I
heard
love
keys
your
jingle.
grandma.
Yeah, she still walks around with the rag and stuff.
Hell
Still the
yeah.
exact same.
Is it that profuse?
Does
Dude,
her
like
rag still match her
palms
glasses?
like yeah. Her palms like sweat and stuff really bad. She's
Dude,
got
I
something.
don't know the last time I saw Miss Crow.
Really?
She's my friend on Facebook.
Yeah, I have her on
All
Facebook.
the time.
I really enjoyed Miss Crow though.
Yeah,
dude.
everyone says that.
Tell her
Yeah,
I miss
dude.
her.
Dude, she would scare the shit out. Okay, so, me and
She has like no filter, bro.
dude,
Like,
no, me and Randy. This is when I first met Randy.
Freaking
dude.
Randy.
Oh my
And we were in class, and it was like one of those like classes you take for like 20 minutes to pass the time between.
Like
first-
RTI.
Yeah, and we were sitting in there, and Miss Crow was like talking about it, and this was like the first week Randy was there, and I was just sitting there, and all I hear is, psst, psst, Gavin, Gavin, and I look over, and this motherfucker, I don't know, you know those rubber wristbands you put around your wrist?
Yeah.
He was able to stretch it and put it around his face and squeeze his whole
I
face.
remember him doing
Dude, I
that.
remember
at school.
Trayvon used to do that.
And
It looked
look-
like a sardine.
He looked like a
The
fucking
blobfish.
I don't know, dude. But I was like, and I knew what class I was in, so I knew what to expect if I giggled or anything like that. So I looked over, and as soon as I looked over, I had to turn away, and I went, because I was trying my fucking best not to laugh.
Oh, that is
And
funny.
and Miss Crow was like, Randy, Gavin, and I looked up like with a tear in my face. Randy still has the fucking rubber band on his face, and he's like, and he immediately takes it off. And Miss Crow was like, Randy, you're new, so I'm just gonna let you know this once. Don't do stuff like that in my class. And she looked at me and she was like, hey, Gavin, you know better. And I was like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Dude, one memory I have from Miss Crow's, which I have a bunch, but one of them was Yancey. And especially
Holy
if it was
shit.
a movie or we were reading, he would like just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And it would get on her
Dude, he did
last
sleep a
nerve.
lot. I do
She would
remember that.
make him stand up for
Yeah,
the whole
dude.
class. 'Cause he'd
Yancey,
just sleep.
stand up, and he'd just be standing the entire class. And
then
he'd be up there
trying
like
to sleep.
Yeah.
he'd be like sleep.
Well, it was because at first he said, stand up, and if you got a book, get behind the podium.
I remember
And
that.
he'd get on the
dude.
podium and go to sleep.
Dude, what the freak? I do remember
Oh, I
that.
remember him getting on the podium and seeing his little ass like.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
And then she'd be like, Yancey, why are you always so tired in my class? What time do you go to sleep? Probably 4.
Yeah.
What time did you get up? Probably 5.
Yeah.
We're like, God, Yancey.
Yeah.
I know,
I remember that.
I wasn't staying up that late back then,
Yeah,
unless it was
no,
summertime.
Shit, my bedtime was 9 o'clock.
Me too, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a TV. none
Wait,
of
you
that
remember
shit.
Miss Rowark when she came back or something? Yancey was in the class, or someone was talking about the class, and she had everyone say what time they went to bed. Everybody was like 9, 9, 9. Ethan was like 8:30.
Had to be different.
And then,
I remember, dude,
and then
I don't
she was like,
Derwan?
nah,
I
yeah.
don't remember what class we were in, but they were calling roll, and everyone's got
Yeah,
to
watch
Present.
present. Ethan, president.
Yeah, present.
I know.
And then here's Ethan in our speech. Me and Collyn and Clayton,
Josh,
Josh,
Madison Dixon,
Ethan
Preston,
Derwan,
JT,
Preston, JT, JC, Lila,
Oh, yeah.
Tori.
Yeah,
It was like a group of 12 of us that had speech with
Yeah. that
Miss
was
Peace.
fun class, dude.
It was. That's what I mean. You really got to hang
Yeah.
out. But anyways, Ethan Derwan, and we have a speech. It's an informative speech or something where you just teach others about a subject.
Well, he sat right beside us.
Yeah, he sat right in front
Yeah,
of
right in
us.
front of me. And you were
His. So everybody gets up there. Everybody's just pretty interesting, you know. We're learning
wait,
stuff.
say what happened. Like where y'all had to go.
No, this isn't that.
Oh,
that,
what?
That was a demonstration speech.
Oh.
yeah,
This one's like you find a subject that everybody might not know about, and you make a speech about it to kind of teach them.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
So he was up there. This is one of the few speeches he could give because he'd get up there and just like hyperventilate. He was nervous, and I get that.
My name is Ethan Derwan.
So he'd basically be like, "I'll just take an F," and he'd go sit down.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him, but he gets up there during this speech, full confidence, dude. If it was the only speech he did besides the one you're thinking of. Ethan, I'm not trashing you for listening, dude. I want you to know that.
Yeah, Ethan,
But
you're,
dude.
you are a great coworker at Walmart.
Ethan got up there,
I mean, Oregon basketball.
He proceeds to say, "Today I'm telling y'all about John Wilkes Booth."
Oh my God.
And we're like, "Oh, where's this going?"
His family.
He said, "So, I've done some research, and he is my ancestor. I'm related to John Wilkes Booth."
Something you wouldn't want to tell somebody.
That's what I kind of thought.
He was so proud, dude. He
Wait,
was so
who's
proud
John
of
Wilkes
his
Booth?
The guy that murdered Abraham Lincoln in the
Yeah.
theater.
Oh, that guy.
Lee Harvey Oswald is my great grandfather.
And then, yeah.
I know that name.
Yeah. John Wilkes Booth was the guy that got behind him in the theater and
Bro,
shot him in the head.
Tell him about the demonstration.
Okay,
speech.
so that one, you had to find something physically to show and kind of teach, I
What
guess.
did you do?
I taught y'all how to play chess.
Oh, okay. I did how to shoot a basketball. So basic.
Okay,
Something
so
new.
we were kind of going all over the campus because some people's was outside, some of them was in the gym,
Yeah.
on the top floor of the
Yeah,
gym.
mine was tough.
I could do mine in the classroom. Brett, he did his on a guitar in the classroom, how to tune a guitar or something. So Ethan, he's like, "We need to go into the courtyard for mine." And we're like, "Oh, sweet."
Yeah.
Hey, I had a good time during this, dude. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, I was.
So that was a really fun day. Anyways, so we go out there. He's like, "I want to demonstrate the best prank you can do." And we're like, "Hell yeah, I like pranks." So we go
I like
outside.
pranks.
He throws his backpack in the dirt. He pulls out a Dr. Thunder. And we're like, "Oh, where's this going?" And he pulls like a needle out. And we're like, "Where is this going?"
Yeah.
So first thing you want to do,
Shake it
you want to shake it up. Get some pressure in there. So you don't have to, but this will make it work faster. We said, okay. And he pops like 2 or 3 tiny needle holes in the bottom, puts his finger over it so it don't spew out, sits it on the concrete. Which, if it would have been on like a smooth surface, it would have worked better.
Yeah.
Better. So he was like, so what happens? You put this can down, because it was a can,
Yeah.
and it's gonna collect liquid in that little dome under the can. When they pick it up, it's gonna spill on them. Dude, I don't know what happened. Something happened, man.
Dude, he was just like leaking out.
It was leaking. It was spewing. Like I felt bad because it was not going his way.
And it failed so bad.
And we were like, "Good job, Ethan." You know.
What did Miss P say?
She was just like,
And me and Alan were just like, bro, what is this? It was right outside Miss Falcon's window.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was so funny.
"School.
Dude, school was amazing.
I miss
I
it.
have mixed feelings about it.
I miss it."
If
Every
you would,
day.
if you would have went to ag, Collyn, you would have been like, "Fucking dude, let's do it again."
It is a different world when you have
Honestly,
ag
Yeah, I
in
bet
your
it.
day.
I bet it was different.
You have so much more
I
freedom.
feel like I didn't get to enjoy like a real high school experience.
And the thing is, you had freedom, but everybody respected the freedom because
Well,
it was Mr. Miller. It's
no.
most everybody. And it,
Shelby Rogers. I mean,
I never had Shelby and Ag.
I did. Fuck him.
Damn.
Did I ever tell y'all the story? I told Collyn, and I've told Alec probably like 3 or 4 times.
Which one?
About Shelby Rogers being a fucking rat.
Oh yeah, you did tell me this.
So, this is a person I do not enjoy. This is a person I absolutely despise.
Damn, Gavin.
I'm not going to say I hate him, because it's not right to say that you hate people, but I am just a fucking tinge.
Teeter, you strongly dislike.
I
this man.
strongly fucking dislike him. And if there was a nudge hair nudging me,
You
nudging
gotta
me,
give him respect, bro. He's gotta keep.
What part of the body is the nudge?
fuck that.
He said, "Fuck that."
Everybody can have a fucking kid.
His kid's gonna listen to this, Gavin.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hey, look, if your dad's Shelby Rogers, go fuck yourself. Anyway, well, Alan, you may not know the history. So, first instance was, and keep in mind, me and Shelby used to be friends when we were, like, younger. But after that, like, after an incident happened, we kind of...
Grew apart.
He grew apart. And, so I didn't really talk to Shelby after
Is it once
that.
he got to the stage of, oh, is cousin fat?
No.
Not even to there yet?
Not yet. It was before that.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So, no, dude. So we were in ag, and I was sitting there welding, on a cattle bridge, and I was sitting there welding, dude.
And those weren't easy to weld because you're welding rounded pipe.
Yeah, dude. And Shelby Rogers is my fucking helper. because he wasn't good enough to weld, so they would assign you welder helpers.
Hey, to each his own. To each his own.
And so Shelby would be like sitting there helping me. Well, Yancey came up and like turned my machine off and said, "Hey, it's about time for us to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn your machine off." Now, code 101 of not ratting on your friends is if somebody comes and asks you why the machine got turned off, you say you don't know. And Mr. Miller came up. I was putting my machine up. I was getting it ready. And Mr. Miller came up and he's like, whoa, 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 man. What is going on?
Man.
And I was like, well, somebody told us we were shutting down. And Mr. Miller was like, men, we are not shutting down. Who told you this? And I was like, oh, well, I don't know. I still had my welder's cap on. And Mr. Miller was like, oh, like he was about to be like, oh, okay, all right, well, just turn the machine back on. Like he was about to say that.
Yeah.
And then Shelby was like, no, it was Yancey. Yancey told Gavin to turn the machine off. And I looked at him instantly. I looked at him and I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he was like, and Mr. Miller was like, Yancey, get over here. And
Did he
fucking,
give him-
No, he went like this.
Did he give him research?
yeah, he gave him fucking 3 pages of research.
Probably some push-ups.
Yeah, dude.
Did
He
he
gave him.
grab his ear?
Yeah, dude. He fucked him in the ass, dude, with some research.
Shit.
And so
With a
like,
60-13 rod.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
a little groping.
yeah, he grabbed him by the side and said, "You're about to receive the stem." But
Oh my god.
dude, there's a guy at Boise who graduated in 2003 who knew Mr. Miller.
Who is it?
We call him Red. I don't know his actual name. He's ginger. But he was like, "Oh, you knew STEM?" And I was like, "What? You know STEM?"
Dude, I've talked to like some oldish people. They're like, "Oh, Steve's
Dude,
still working there."
it's like if you know the thing behind STEM, you're like in a secret society.
Yeah, dude.
Because
you're like in a
sometimes you
club.
find it behind a bookshelf, you'd see STEM right on the wall, or behind a paper towel on the wall, STEM was right there.
Yeah.
Tell him what STEM is.
So Mr. Miller has a schlong, like a fucking tree.
Yeah,
in
he'd
his
sit.
pants.
Whenever he
has
would
a
sit down,
baby arm.
he'd keep one leg off of the chair, and so that his long ass stem,
Wouldn't get crushed.
yeah, wouldn't get crushed and bent. And
He had
pinched.
to he had to spread his legs. Like, normal people sit maybe like with their legs together. No, Mr. Miller couldn't do that. He was incapable of doing that because he had such a big dick. So we all called him STEM.
Not to his face.
No, we did not.
I bet he knew, bro.
Oh, he knew he had a big dick.
No, he probably knew y'all called him STEM.
Oh.
Someone had to have mentioned it to him.
Just like people would weld like penises with nuts on it, like, what is this?
It's
a rocket ship.
It's a rocket ship.
Okay.
And he just
Definitely.
Carry on, men.
Yeah, I respect the art.
Yeah.
Who drew that dichotomous on the ball?
Yeah, that dichotomous.
Yeah.
Man, is that a dichotomous?
Yeah.
No, it's a rocket. Oh, it's a rocket ship. All right.
Dude,
Keep on rolling.
Tell me
Roll
the story when y'all would watch the videos and stuff. And someone was like messing with the volume or something.
There's no telling.
Somebody told me that.
Did somebody tell you about the nut? Okay.
I know y'all used to weld pennies to the floor and shit.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't, but people before us, like way before, like my uncle, they would take like 100 pennies. Because Mr. Miller values money.
Yeah.
I mean by the penny. And there's nothing wrong with that. They would take and super glue 1 penny at a time in a trail on the concrete floor. And he'd go by with a hammer and a chisel, get every single one of them, put them in his pocket.
Bro, that's crazy.
Well, it's a Giga Chad move.
It is.
But see, so I'm gonna finish this real quick before we get into the Mr. Miller lore. Yeah, so Shelby like ratted Yancey out, and he had to do, and I was like, and I told him, I was like, why the fuck would you do that? And he said, well, I wouldn't have said anything if you would have gotten in trouble. And I'm like, no, you wouldn't have. You would have said something regardless, because you're a fucking teacher's pet, a little shithead. So, after that, I was not on good terms with Shelby. Well, it was towards the end of the year in ag, and usually towards the end of the year, you have to clean the ag shop, And well, we
Routine.
it's routine, We
Everybody
all
does it.
Everybody does it. Everybody's got to do it. We were at the booths, we had to clean our booths out, which was like 2 a man. Like, so 2 guys were in one booth. And so, you know, me and Justin and Jackson and another guy were doing theirs. And then Blaine Goodman and Shelby Rogers had theirs. Well, we're all sitting there cleaning. And I looked over and I saw, and keep in mind, this is 30 minutes after class. At the start of each class, we get to eat John'em. Well, this was 30 fucking minutes after class, and Shelby's over there eating John'em still. And I'm sitting there, I'm cleaning the booth. And I look over and I see Blaine, and he's cleaning the booth by himself.
Poor Blaine.
Yeah, dude, and he wasn't saying anything, and I said, Blaine, are you good? And he was like, yeah. And I was like,
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't a regular, yeah, it was a, yes.
Yes, I'm fine.
I am fine. I am fine with cleaning this booth. Yeah. And so I was like, nah, this is fucked up. So I told Blaine, I told him, I was like, bro, stop cleaning your booth. And I went over to Shelby and I was like, and I was respectful, I was nice, you know, I was considerate. And I was like,
Your back hurts?
Yes, dude.
and
She's been over there digging her toenails, stabbing me in the back.
You want your phone?
Yes, please. My
Oh.
feet are over here.
But,
Liar.
like, I went over there, like, real respectful, like, I was like, hey, Shelby, you know, like, can you please hurry up with the John'em and finish it so we can get finished with cleaning the fucking shop, you know? You need to clean your booth. Because that was, like, the last thing we needed to do. And Shelby was like, yeah, I got you. And I went over there, and I started cleaning my booth. And even, like, Mr. Miller came over, and he was like, Shelby, you're going to need to clean that booth, or you're going to need to go over there and help Blaine clean that booth. So if you could just wrap up the John'em real quick, you know, that'd be real good. Well, he got up, and he went back to the fucking refrigerators to go eat the John'em.
Bro.
Like, didn't even pay Mr. Miller, just went over there and was, like, grabbing
Oh,
chips
he
and
was just
shit.
stealing shit?
Yeah, in front of Mr. Miller, like, being super fucking disrespectful.
And what did Mr. Miller say?
Mr. Miller was like, now, man, like, he was like, man, you need to, you can't be after that, you know, you got to get over there and clean your booth. And, what about
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
I sneezed. Sorry about that. Anyway, thank you. Shelby said something under his breath, and even I heard it. Or I didn't hear it, but I looked at his lips, and I understood what the fuck he was saying. He was like, man, shut the fuck up, you old man. Said that to Mr. Miller, dude.
Did he hear it?
No, Mr. Miller didn't hear it. He just walked away. And I was like, dude, that's when my blood pressure rose to the fucking
shit.
roof,
That
dude.
was about to commit murder.
Dude, I wanted to, because I went over there and I was like, dude, if you don't get your fat fucking worthless piece of shit fucking over there and clean the fucking booth, you private pile looking fucking fat ass, get over there.
Pile?
Yes, dude, I was like so fucking mad. I was like, you were fucking worthless, dude.
Private Pal, is this a jelly-filled donut
Yeah.
in your locker box?
Yeah, dude. Which he's probably too fucking stupid to understand the reference. But, like, I was sitting there, I was like, dude, get the fuck over there and clean the fucking booth, you fat fuck. And he was like,
Damn.
and he didn't say nothing. And he just fucking got up, went to the bathroom, and sat in there for 30 minutes. Well, after that, fucking Mr. Campbell came up, our police officer that was, like, guarding our school, came up to pick up Shelby Rogers.
You couldn't pick him up?
Like, no, not like pick him up. Like, not literally.
Alright, I'll sit there for right now. Alright, so, finish.
And he was like, he came over there to go get Shelby and escort him. Like I'm some kind of fucking threat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Serious.
Oh, so like, Shelby got in touch with Mr.
he
Campbell?
texted his mom and said,
Like while he was in the bathroom or something?
yeah, he was like, they're bullying me.
What a
They're
pussy,
making
dude.
fun of me. You need to get somebody to come here and come get me.
What a fucking pussy.
Yeah, dude, like, what is my 5'2" ass gonna do? I'm pretty much just
Dude,
gonna...
you could whoop somebody.
Well, I mean, dude,
Dude, I remember Clayton and Shelby got like in a.
I remember that.
In a
On the
fight,
baseball
bro.
team?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
We were like
On the
in
bus.
No, that was Clayton and Dalen Slaughter.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I remember we were in the locker room in the clubhouse, and like Clayton was like just fucking challenging everybody to like wrestle, just like wrestle, and he was beating everybody's ass, like just wrestling. It wasn't like fighting.
Just grappling.
Yeah, just grappling. And they're like, Shelby, get your ass up and fight Clayton. And Shelby was like, I'm not gonna do it, bro. I don't want to. And we was like, bro, get up and do it. And he got up, and dude, Clayton picked his fat ass up and slammed his ass on the concrete floor. And he just like laid there for like 3 minutes, just like, oh, my back, just like whining and shit the whole time.
Go ahead and finish your story.
Oh, I apologize.
No. We interrupted you.
But anyway, but no, dude. And so, like, we went to the next class, and I got called up to the office. And, like, Coach Crow was in there with Mr. Campbell, and Coach Crow was like, now, Gavin, okay?
Okay.
I want to ask you a couple questions. Did you call Shelby fat? And I was like, yes, I did. And he was like, did you say that he was worthless? And I was like, yes, I did. And he was basically like,
Was he doing this like under the table?
Yeah.
Giving you thumbs up.
He was like, did you call him stupid? Okay. And I was like, yes, I did.
Okay.
And I explained the whole story to him, and he was like, no, man, or fuck, that's Mr. Miller. And he was like, he was like, now, Gavin, okay, it's the end of the year, all right, everybody's getting a little tense and cut, you know, but you're a good kid, all right, and if you just go back to class, all right, we just let you off with a warning, okay, will that be all right? And I was like, yes, sir.
I guess that'll be okay.
No, I didn't. I was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got up, dude, and I went back to class, and I sat next to Shelby Rogers in that class. And I sat down.
Oh, hell, dude.
And he looked at me as if nothing had happened.
Because he didn't want you to get mad because he ratted you out.
Yeah, and he looked at me, and he was like, hey, man, are you okay? Are you good? What happened? And I was like, fucking past the point of fucking fuming. I was like, Shelby Rogers, if you ever fucking look at me, if you ever say my fucking name, I swear to God, I will fucking curb stomp you.
So,
And
from then on out, you just.
I stopped talking to him.
That
I didn't
was
say
it.
a fucking word to him after that.
That was
I
it.
actually convinced the whole class to stop talking to him for a week. And even, like, most of the class stopped talking to him. But a couple, like, kind of rebounded and was like, oh, what's up, Shelby, you know? But after that, dude, I told the entire fucking class to stop talking to him.
Damn.
I convinced them to stop talking to him for a week. And if he tried talking to people, they just called him a fat rat. I said, call him a fat rat.
Remember, he would come to school when
And
the
after-
fidget spinners were big. And play with his fucking fidget spinner. And then my grandpa took them all away from everybody, banned them from the school.
The
I
fat
know.
rat. You know what that is?
He was a fat rat.
This is gonna.
Shelby's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he has.
Probably did drug. No, I'm fucking. That's too mean. Nah, dude, it's just. I don't like people like that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like.
I never really got close to Shelby.
Well,
so-
see, like, the thing is, like, what I would have respected.
Dude, he whined too much for me.
I know,
Like,
dude.
your
he
foot
whined
up real
about
quick.
so much.
But see, like, what I would have respected was him to be like,
There you go.
well, you know what, motherfucker? Fuck you. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
It'd have been over.
Yeah, dude. It would have been like, oh, damn, dude. He stood up for himself.
Well, dude,
I would have
remember-
respected him a lot more.
I remember we
instead
were
of-
on the also on the baseball team. This is when Clayton and Dalen got in that fight, and right when they started going down, Shelby was in the very back of the bus. Coach, pull over! They're back here fighting. Just back there screaming and shit. And yeah, bro, it was bad. He's always been that way.
Say it louder. Say it louder.
Bye, Mom.
Gavin loves his mom.
Oh,
It was-
Dave. My mom called me.
We're on the podcast, Mom.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. We're in the middle of a podcast. I can't talk right
Dude,
now.
I got a
But
good
BeanDaddies.
story from Ag. I didn't have Were you in the ag class when it was me, Justin, and Peyton do?
Peyton. Pencil!
You were there?
I got videos of
I've got videos.
I got my video that
So-
I didn't get in trouble for.
Well, hang on. Let me tell the story first. So Peyton had been out of school a few days. He was sick or something. And so if you're out and you have to make up tests in ag, Mr. Miller would make you go sit out in the shop while we're learning in the classroom to do your test.
Yeah.
Because you can't cheat like
Yeah.
that. Which, not that he cared about cheating, but still.
Yeah.
So Peyton was out there. He's he calls roll like every day. So and so here. So and so here. So he's like, all right, Peyton, you've got some tests you need to make up. Come get them and head out to the shop. Yes, sir. He was like 3 tests. He went out there to the shop, sat down. 30 seconds later, because he would leave the door open to the shop so he could hear if Peyton eat. Mr. Miller's in there talking to us, and all you hear is Peyton. Anybody got a pencil? It just like echoed through the whole shop. Instead of just walking to the door and asking.
Yeah.
Mr. Miller's talking and that happened. He went, oh. Who did that? Like, who else?
And Peyton was the only one back.
We all just kind of looked at the door and he was like, Mr. Dew, come in here, please. So Peyton comes in there and he's grinning because he knows he's in trouble. And we're all trying not to laugh. The thing about ag, if you got in trouble with Mr. Miller, everybody would laugh because it was funny. And nobody would get butthurt over it.
Yeah.
And he was just grinning, looking at the ground. He's like, now, Peyton Dew, I need to ask you something. Why did you just yell that instead of coming to the classroom and asking? I don't know. All right, come on, push-ups. He got him on the floor in the classroom. I got a video on Snapchat. Because the same day... No, well... People just get on their phones and ag and not get caught.
Yeah.
And I was videoing it because it was hilarious. Like, now every time I say down, whenever you come back up, you yell whatever it was you yelled out there. He's like, yes, sir.
Oh my god.
So he'd go down, and every time he came up, it was, anybody got a pencil? Anybody got a pencil? It's like 25 of them, and we're videoing. In my video, I sat at a table right in front of Mr. Miller's desk. And that's my video I took. You can see other people videoing on their phones.
Yeah.
So the next.
Here's my angle.
Look at Josh.
So you can, in my video, you see everybody else with their phones like this, obviously videoing. So Peyton's like, hey, send that to me. I said, okay. So I did. And I think somebody, like maybe his mom or somebody, posted it on Facebook because it was funny. Not that they were mad. Because everybody knows Mr. Miller, and that's just how he is. The next day we come to class, everything's normal. Mr. Miller didn't make it seem like there was anything wrong. So like, the way his room was set up, you walk in the door and his desk is right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little space and then another big table, like where you can sit 4 chairs. So I sat at that table right in front of Mr. Miller, like my back was to him.
Yeah.
But I always sit kind of with my side so I could look at him and everybody else.
Yeah.
He's calling roll. I was like the first one on the roll list alphabetically. Goes through the whole roll. He's like, now, men, we have to discuss something. And I didn't even know. I was like, all right, let's see.
All right.
He's addressing the class. Then he turned, like, if you're me, he's like, Mr. Alan B., did you recently go to, like, filming school? And it did not click with me. And I was like, no, sir, why? I mean, you haven't, like, auditioned to film for the news channel or anything? And I'm like, where's this going? Where's this going? I was like, no, sir. I happened to see a film yesterday, like it was a movie or something. And, you know, I can't prove anything. But it looked like from where the video was taken, and he's like using his hands, and he's going like this. It looks like it might have been right from your chair. And I knew what he was talking about, and I just like, yes, sir, that was me. Because in my mind, in the video, you can see 12 other people with their phones out, videoing it.
Yeah.
Now, Alan B, you know we can't have our phones out. I was like, yes, sir, I know.
Dude, no.
He's like, all right. And I was like, how many pages is it? And he was like, no pages. And I was like, oh, shit. He's like, all right, come out here. And he had a tool room. And it had a cage door that would lock if you shut
I
it.
remember seeing
and it was always a wreck in there. He's like, all right, Alan B, you're going to spend the whole week cleaning the tool room during our period. I was like, all right, I deserve it, you know. It took the whole week. I was in there taking trash out, straightening tools, dusting stuff.
That's why the tool room looks
Dude,
so good.
It looked like a museum when I got done with it. And I remember, like, Mr. Miller was going to be gone a couple days at the end of the week, and we had Mr. Salter as a sub, and he's like, now, Alan B., I have a note here that says, I'm like, yeah, I need to clean the tool room, right? And he's like, yes. And I was like, all right, I'll be back there. He's like, okay. Dude, that room had never looked so... Dude, like, when you'd walk in there, there was shelves on both sides and, like, a big toolbox on the back wall, because it's kind of a narrow room. It would be crescent wrenches in the ball peen hammer drawer and big pipe wrenches in the crescent wrench drawer. It was bad. You couldn't find nothing. You was like, dude, I had it categorized up to down, side to side.
Bro,
It probably ain't like that no more.
Yeah.
But
What did he say?
well, at the next Monday, it was after the weekend I videoed that, because we came back on a Monday. Got my punishment, worked from Monday to Friday on it.
Yeah.
Came back the next Monday when I was done. I was like, Mr. Miller, I think I'm done. You think or you know? And I was like, I know. So he's like, all right, let's go look at it. He went in there and he picked up like a pipe wrench. And he's like, puts it down, picks up like a big sledgehammer. There's like 12 sledgehammers that would be right in the corner stood up. Had them all right there. He's like, ooh, okay. Alan B, this looks pretty good.
You should do this for the rest of the year.
He made some comment like, you should do this more often. And I was like, no, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
So anyways, after that was it.
Dang, dude. So you wouldn't even be in the class. You were in there cleaning.
Yeah.
What was crazy about that is, like, rarely did everybody have their phone out at once. Because people would pull out their phone every now and then to do something. But that one instance, everybody was like,
Dude, in the video, you see Brett, Micah, all of them. They had their phones in one hand with their arms extended, videoing. And I'm like,
And was Mr. Miller was in there?
yes.
And he didn't say nothing.
he was saying, down.
Well, I think it's because
Damn.
somehow my video ended up on the internet.
Yeah.
But sometimes he'd be like, all right, man, we're going to have to do some calculating on beef prices and the sale barn prices. So everybody get your phone out and get on your calculator. That'd be the only exception that he would want your phone out.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of those days.
We had a funny fucking moment, dude. And what's funny was Mr. Miller's grandson, what's
Braden.
his name? Braden.
Look at, hold on, that's the blurry right there.
Dude, you can see everybody has their phone out. They're like, anybody got a pencil? Anybody got a pencil?
Yeah, that's so funny.
No,
But
dude.
I got caught.
No. We had a moment where
Yeah. Everybody's phone is just visible.
no.
And my Bitmoji's sitting there doing this the whole time.
Dude.
Now I can tell from this angle, and it looks like.
No, and he's like, based on the evidence provided, I can look at this video. The angle seems to be coming from this direction, and he's doing it like if you're me, he's doing, and you can see that printer right there in the video.
Dude, that sounds exactly like
Alan
Mr.
B,
Miller.
did you do this? I'm like, yes, sir, I did. All
Alan
right.
B.
All I needed to know. If I would have tried to deny it, he'd probably be like, all right, tool room clean out, research, 6,000 push-ups, and this and that.
Yeah.
Crushing cans, remember that was a punishment?
Oh yeah.
I used to love crushing.
I didn't,
cans.
because when it was hot outside, there'd be hornets everywhere because all the sugary drink in those
Yeah,
cans.
but look, multiple. See, what would happen was like you would be crushing cans when we had to do it, and like multiple people would come out and be like, "What's up, man?" And we'd just be like crushing cans
Dude,
together.
I remember one time, I think it was on our second time we had to make BLTs. So this would have been like sophomore
Ooh, I
year.
need to shave that. Dude, I remember somebody like spray painted like their name or something on the concrete.
Well, no, that's not what it was.
Or something.
This is what I'm about to get to. So you have to spray paint your BLTs before you submit them. So we're all outside on the concrete spray painting.
God, you want me to rub
And
your dogs? Yeah,
Brett
keep it.
and like Micah was like, "Hey Brennan, I dare you to take your sock off and spray paint
The
it black.
sock, yeah.
And Brendan would do anything. You could tell him to put his bare ass in a bed of fire ants, and he would do
He
it.
put his dick in one.
And he's like, bet.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay.
We
All right,
we
man.
we bet Brennan to put his
Okay, Mr. Miller.
I need gumbo.
no, legit. We bet Brennan to put his dick in a fire ant
Did
hole.
he do it?
Yes.
No way. He whipped his dick out and put it in a
Yes.
fire hole.
And like we were fucking with him. We were like, I bet you won't put your dick in a fire ant hole. And he was like, ooh, I'll do anything. And like he pulled his pants down. And I was like, what the fuck, Brennan? Like instantly.
All
like,
2 inches of it.
Yeah, dude. No, all 1 3/4 of an inch.
You saw it?
No, I looked away fast enough as I saw him pull his pants down. Like he pulled it down to his fucking ankles.
Poor cancer.
Yeah, poor cancer. But no, continue with your
So
story.
the
I'm
whole
sorry.
sock, no, you're good. The whole sock thing, we were trying to plan it because Mr. Miller would kind of had a routine checkup on everybody, like in a big circle in the shop, make sure nobody was horseplay and doing their job. But he would have a younger class in the classroom while we were in the shop, so he'd spend a lot of time in the classroom, and maybe 2 or 3 times during the hour he'd come out and check on everybody.
Yeah.
So we were trying to plan it around when he'd be out there so he wouldn't catch Brennan. So Brennan was right outside the glass window door on the back of the shop. He's on the concrete and he's down there shaking that can, spray painting his sock black.
I remember
And he was going to wear it the rest of the day. And we just look up. We just look up. Because, like, if that's the door, there's like a glass window about chest high up. Or, well, about head high. And, like, he's on the ground where you're at to the door. And we're all, like, sitting there laughing. And we look up, and Mr. Miller has his hands on his hips. He's in the glass window. He's just like...
He's watching.
He'd been watching. We don't know how long. And we're like, Brennan.
Watching in the window.
We're like, Brennan. And Brennan's like, shh. And Mr. Miller said...
I could just imagine it.
And Brennan's like, oh, shit. So he goes in there. He's like, no, Brennan H. And he could not say A Bear. It was Brennan Herbert. Or Hubert. Brennan Hubert. What is going on out here?
Now, y'all, real quick, since Hillary's not in here while I was taking a piss, I found out how to lift my ball sack and lower it without touching it.
But that's a skill.
It is?
Yes.
I was like, you know, I was like, God, please help
You kind
me.
of like gotta.
Like leaning over, holding the wall, and just watching myself pee.
You don't
I was like,
breathe in, but you tighten up and
you
just...
like
yeah,
tighten
you-
your stomach.
you tighten like that up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And they'll do some pull-ups.
Tell me how many you can
Yeah.
get in a minute, then we'll talk. Okay, anyways. So it's like, Brennan Hubert, what's going on? Because Brennan has done multiple... He did something else before this, and I'll get to that next. You probably remember this.
I probably do.
He's like, Brennan Hubert, what's going on? And he's like, well, Mr. Miller, they dared me to... He's like, okay, you can stop. You had all the choice to do that or not do it. He's like, yes. He was like, yes, sir. All right, research. But like our first time being in that class, freshman year, I remember we had Tank in there. We had Braden McMillan and those 2 twins,
I remember them.
Seth and Ben.
Seth and Ben.
Yeah.
That was a
That was the only other 4 people that weren't in our grade. And they were like, hey, you know, Braden didn't say this, but like Tank and then twins like, hey, if you go up there and shake Mr. Miller's hand and rub your finger right here on him, he'll think it's funny. That really means you want to have sex with somebody.
Yeah.
No. You know, he did that throughout ag.
To Mr. Miller?
Yes, he would do that multiple times.
Brennan?
Mr. Miller started kicking him.
Well, I remember the first time he did it, and we're like, he would never work up the nerve, and finally he did.
Dude, I would have been scared.
Because Mr. Miller, sometimes he'd kind of a safety meeting, I guess. Everybody be in a circle and be like, all right, you do this today, you're on this, you're going to continue this. Everybody remember to wear gloves,
Blow and go.
glasses, blow and go. We said, okay. So Mr. Brennan's like, all right. And he was like, hey, Mr. Miller, thanks for that. And he went to shake his hand. I was like, you're welcome, Hubert. And when he did that, he went,
Yeah,
and Mr. Miller went,
pulled his arm.
yeah, no, he pulled his arm away.
He retracted
He
his
was like-
arm above his shoulder.
Held it up in the air.
Yeah.
Research.
Research.
That was just it. That's like our first or second day in ag.
Just research.
Oh yeah.
No, dude,
Well,
look.
wouldn't he like pull on your ear and stuff?
He'd grab you by the ear and pull you wherever he wanted you to go. If you
No,
had
he
it
would
bad.
make you grab your own ear and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
grab your arm.
Yeah,
and pull
he'd be
you.
like, grab your ear, and he said pinch, and you have to grab it. He'd grab you right on the elbow and pull you wherever he wanted to.
Yes. Just, dude, he was fucking amazing.
That
But
is
no,
awesome,
dude, you should remember this, but like, we were in there and Brendan had to go like,
I
use
got
the
the charger.
bathroom or something like that.
For this, I just charged it.
And we took his phone and we went in there and we searched up porn on his phone.
On whose?
Brendan
Brendan?
Abear's phone. And we searched up porn. And then
Didn't y'all look up like fat black lady underwater or something?
Yes.
What?
Yes, we were looking up like the most dirtiest
Absurd stuff.
shit. Yes, and Brady McMillan was in there like, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
dude.
Brain would instigate so much. Hey, you should go do this.
Yeah,
But when that, he was like, yeah, look this up next.
yeah, dude. And so we were looking all this stuff up, and then we put his phone on a timer, on a 15-minute timer, and we put it down. And Brennan came back in, and we were sitting there, and like Mr. Miller came back in from the office. And we were like sitting there, and we were all like giggling like a bunch of fucking idiots, dude. We were like, when he opens his phone up, he's gonna open up to a bunch of porn. And we were like, it's gonna play throughout the class. And like,
Oh, y'all had it like, but it was gonna play.
yeah. Well, we had it to where like if he opened up his phone, like it would
Yeah.
be porn
Yeah.
galore. And
It's like
it was-
multiple tabs.
yeah, it was tabs and tabs and tabs of fucking just
You
gay
know-
porn. Fucking
Gay porn.
yeah, dude. It was fucking
You're missing
hilarious.
out.
Can you shut that?
It was hilarious. And like we put it back in his bag.
What am I stuck? What am I stuck
The
on?
mic.
The mic.
Sorry.
So we were sitting there and we were all just fucking giggling. Like we were like and like even Braden McMillan stayed in the class.
You
like
know, Brennan was like, why are they giggling?
Braden wanted.
Yeah.
Braden wanted to see.
Yeah, Braden wanted to see the whole thing fucking go down. And you hear the timer go off, and it was like, brr, 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 and Mr. Miller,
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
I think I did that. The
Oh,
timer.
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
it-
so he was gonna take his phone and open it and see.
He had to turn the timer off, so he had to open his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brennan or Mr. Miller.
Brennan.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
and like,
It was going off.
I thought
And-
Mr. Miller was
and
gonna see
but,
it.
but see, like, what was so fucked up was like, okay, so when the timer finally went off, Mr. Miller was like, man, what is that, man? And
What is this noise?
Yeah, and Brennan was like, oh, I think it's me, Mr. Miller. I think my phone went off. And Mr. Miller was like, okay, well that's all right. Just open your phone and turn it off. And he got into his backpack, and he took his phone out. And and when he opened it, it was fucking porn on his phone, but it wasn't playing. It was paused.
Yeah.
So like.
But the look on his face.
Yes! The look on Brennan's face was priceless.
He was already kind of panicked because his phone went off, and then he opens it and he's like,
Yeah, he opened it and he was like, and Mr. Miller was like, did you turn it off? And Brennan was like, yeah! And we were all like, we were all fucking Gus bust. Like,
oh my god.
our
that's
gut,
hilarious,
like,
man.
yeah. And so he turned it off, and like he put it back in his backpack, and Mr. Miller went back into his office, and he was like, Brendan was like, what the fuck, dude? Why the fuck did you do that? And we were all sitting there like, you got fucking pranked.
I remember
Dude, that
whenever
is so
we
fucking
did
funny.
that, I had an iPod at the time, and I remember I was like, well, if my iPod's connected to the internet here, they can see who's on it. So I changed my iPod name to Brennan H. iPhone.
dude. Let me just show. How do you get to the name of your
Oh,
phone?
I see it.
You just open settings and click the little profile at the top.
Okay,
Yours was like dinosaur shit.
dude, Alec. My phone has been named this since freshman year.
Dude, I remember that.
because they were finding people on the Wi-Fi at
Yeah.
school, and
I just put mine to say iPhone.
mine says, I was like, I gotta find the most random
What
thing.
is it? Something dinosaur.
So I
Red
had an
dinosaur.
iPhone 6,
Red dinosaur.
metal back, silver. I was like, what's two random words? Purple and dinosaur. I named my phone Purple Dinosaur because they're never going to find out it's me. Then I ended up getting a different iPhone. It was red, and it's been Red Dinosaur.
Dude, after
since
you
then.
You
told
got
me
that
that, I
XR?
did that on my phone, and mine's been Bluebird's
Bluebird.
iPhone.
I remember that.
Bluebird's iPhone. And it's still that Bluebird.
Yeah, do y'all remember like beginning of ag for us? And we had like that. I don't remember what we called it. It was like the death trench or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, the
and you
death
had to
hall.
you had to run between the desks, and whoever was in the desk would be kicking and punching towards each other. And if you
Yes.
didn't make it through, you're about to get pummeled.
Yes.
And you had to make it through while people were doing
It
that.
was like
Yes.
Brett,
That's
Micah,
terrible.
Brennan sitting there.
yeah, big
Yeah.
old Brett with his big old elephant leg.
He's
That's
a
how
and
much.
he had
man.
boots on.
Yeah, and he'd have them combat boots. And I
Yeah.
mean, would pummel you.
Yeah.
And Brendan, of course, he'd always want to.
I remember you walked back there one time.
Brent got it the worst.
Maybe someone recorded it, but I remember you went. You like charged your fist up, looked at somebody.
Because I told them, if
and
I'm
they-
walking
they
through here,
stopped.
don't do that. And one day they did when I was walking through there, and I about punched somebody because they kicked me right in the knee, dude.
Oh shit.
And they quit. And they never did it again.
I never really liked Brett, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we stopped talking to him junior year, cause he kept doing the same shit. Like he kept bullying Brennan, and we all felt bad.
Well, it
for
started
Brennan.
as a joke, and then he realized that Brennan didn't think it was a joke, and he thought that was funny.
Didn't
Yeah.
you call him cancer?
Yeah, we called
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, that's
cancer.
what they named him.
Yeah, but that's like
Yeah.
verbal
We
abuse.
don't
And at
like
first,
Brett
Brennan
because he
Brennan
really
thought it was
good.
funny at first,
Called
Yeah.
Brennan
and then
cancer.
Brett kind of took it too far.
Yeah, Brett took it way too far, but Brett would physically abuse Brennan, and we were just like, okay, we're just gonna stop talking to Brett for a while.
Somebody should have physically abused you.
Yeah. like-
No, nobody's gonna do that to
Me?
Gavin.
I remember one time at Snack though,
Brett.
Gavin. Brendan, you and Brendan were playing bullshit, I think, and then he had like, I think he lost and you won, and he had some input about it, and you were like, "No, you fucking dumbass! Don't you even know how to play this fucking game? If you just pay attention instead of being a little dumbass bitch like you are, cancer, all right." And I was like, Jesus, Gavin, my friend might actually be like a bully.
I remember we would bet money
Gavin
in
is
ag
so
playing
funny.
bullshit.
What is bullshit?
It's a card game.
You never played bullshit?
Bro, you should not have said that.
It's where like you start, everybody splits the
We should
deck.
have played it the other night.
I have
Like-
a deck of cards in my car.
Everybody splits the deck, and whoever has the ace of spades puts it down, and then the next person
Oh, I think I have played
puts
this.
2, next person puts
But
3.
you put them face down. You got to kind of lie
Yeah.
your way through it. Because if you don't have a card, you have to put one
Yeah.
down.
And if someone calls you and you did put it like a 3 down, they took the cards. But if someone called you and you bullshitted, you take all the
The
cards.
thing
in the
is,
deck.
too, you might have all 4 threes in the whole deck, and it's somebody else's turn to put a 3 down, and that middle pile might be big, and they say, "Yeah, I'm putting 3 down," but you have all the 3s. Bullshit.
I've played that before.
Yeah, dude.
It's fun.
But okay, so there is one thing I did want to mention. So we had to watch safety videos in ag, and that we would make fun of each and every one of them. But there was one.
They were just so like
Put the pipe
scripted and
on the
dramatic.
conductor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Make
were
sure
like,
to put your safety glasses on.
yeah. We have the method of welding back and forth. So as you're watching in this video, he goes back and forth, back and forth,
Do y'all remember the one?
back and forth.
Y'all remember the one that was talking about like if like certain chemicals get on you, and this guy was like up on a ladder doing something. He fell, and this tub of chemicals poured out and got on him, and he was just like, "Oh!"
Yes.
And then like it's all scripted,
yeah.
and it was so fake, and it was
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
And then this other lady in the shop runs out there. She's like, "Are you hurt? Are you all right?" And he was just like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just so funny, dude.
But no, dude, the funniest one was
Whenever we had a new person, didn't they have to sit and watch the videos before they could go out to ag?
I think so.
Probably.
Or
Like,
like if someone-
freshman
Or
year.
if someone like missed a day, and then like we were able to go to the shop, they would have to sit in there until they finished it.
yeah, I don't remember that, but probably. I mean, I bet you Mr. Miller would do some shit like that. But
That was
but
fun.
Alan,
Probably
didn't you
got
go?
promotion
You went
for
to state for literary rally for ag.
Every year that I was in ag.
Yeah. I bet Mr.
Remember
Miller
I
was
got-
proud.
Remember I got first place on the BLT? BL.
From the, what was it? From the,
What?
No,
wait, I got third place amongst the class.
well, the thing is, the first year we did it, I got first place and I won some money.
Can I have that?
And the customary thing to just be a good sport, because the whole class is going against each other making a BLT. And it was part of your final grade or your midterm. And he would judge them based off of welds and cuts. And whoever won would get like $20. But it was customary, whoever won, use the money and buy everybody John. Because being a good sport. So that's what everybody usually did. So I won first place the first year. The second BLT, me and Justin tied.
Bro,
And Mr. Author happened to come out there for something.
those are like tickling my toes on.
Because it's a unanimous vote.
yours or mine?
Yeah.
Never mind.
It was a unanimous vote because you write on a piece of paper who you thinks was the best. Nobody knows who voted for who. And me and Justin tied twice for first place.
Damn.
So Mr. Author came out there for some reason, and Mr. was like, Mr. Author, could you settle something? We were like, yeah, sure. He was like, yeah, sure. So he came out there and he ended up picking Justin's. He didn't know whose was whose.
Yeah.
But like I said, whoever won with the money would just buy everybody John on that day because
Yeah.
it wasn't no super big amount of money.
Yeah. I remember y'all would have y'all's BLTs on display and
Mhm.
stuff.
I won like $3 whole.
There'd be like BLTs from like 30 years
Dude,
ago.
I only went into the ag shop one time, and like y'all gave me a tour of it and stuff. And I remember y'all were like, "Yeah, this honey bun's been here for like 2 years now."
Yeah.
And it was like
Moldy.
moldy and black.
I
and
was the
shit.
one who threw that honey bun.
That was like first or second day of fucking ag.
Yeah.
Dude, so I remember he would usually buy 60-13 welding rods. Those are the easiest ones to weld with. You can
Yeah,
make,
y'all had holes in the roof. And
well,
shit.
you could always make a good, pretty bead with a 60-13.
Yeah.
Always.
And then we got them practice
Well, he ran out of 60-13s. For like 2 months, we didn't have any.
60-11.
We just had 60-11, which
Yeah.
now, it don't matter. I can weld any rod. At the time, I wanted them 60-13s. So me and Justin, it was coming up for BLT time, and we wanted to make sure we had the best chance at winning. So randomly, we would find non-used 60-13s behind stuff, or like half-used ones, and we would collect them.
I remember that.
And we would stuff them down in a welding glove, because gloves are about that long, and so are rods, and we would hide them in one of the lockers nobody used. So we would have the best chance at winning, and we ended up using them.
y'all
Little
just-
cheaters.
Yeah.
Damn,
cheaters.
bro.
That's why.
No,
That's
We were utilizing resources.
That's
Y'all-
why
y'all-
junior
y'all
year,
shoulda-
I
y'all
was-
shoulda been
I
selling
got
them and
screwed.
stuff.
Probably would have made some money
Alex,
actually.
one of my most memorable things with you in ag, he's always teaching, use this pattern, and you usually find what projects need which pattern. If you're welding rounded pipe, you don't want to use the same pattern as a flat piece of metal. It just don't work the same because, well, you've never welded, so you don't understand, but it doesn't.
I have once, but it was a long time ago. I don't even remember.
Gravity affects you when you're welding. So if you're welding a rounded piece of pipe, it's going to run down the... Anyways, I was like, Alec, I got something to show you. He's like, what is it? And I was like, I figured out a new pattern, but you need to watch. So I got just a flat piece of metal. And I was like, dude, every time you use this pattern, perfect bead, slag is already coming off when you finish. He's like, oh, show me. Went in there, and I didn't even use a pattern. I took my rod, did not pattern, just went straight down, super slow. Beautiful bead. I was
Just
like,
kind of let it burn.
I said, what'd you
down.
think about that? Alex said, dude, I just discovered that too. I wasn't going to tell nobody.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, what's the chance we both just stumble across this at the same time?
Yeah, I didn't want to tell nobody about it.
Dude, we didn't tell nobody. And people would be like, dude, how do y'all's beads look so good? We're like, dude, it's using
We
those
figured it
patterns
out.
Mr. Miller taught us,
Well,
you know?
why would he say patterns when that's better?
Well, 'cause
It wasn't
Patterns
always
do
better.
strengthen your welds. And depending on what you're welding, you do need to
Like,
use a pattern.
if
But
you're-
flat pieces of metal like a BLT, dude,
If you're welding like the 90-degree part, like the T, no pattern is probably not the best way to go.
No.
You want to like crescent it a bit.
depending on how the
So you
metal
can kinda
is, you
push
got to
it
be
in.
able to. You're melting two pieces of metal together.
Yeah, yeah.
But like welding two flat pieces together, or just welding on a flat piece and no pattern.
Just straight down.
Yep.
Damn.
My favorite pattern was the crescent.
I've
I
got.
love doing the crescent.
Mine was either just going in circles
Circles.
or side to side.
See, mine was
I
the
couldn't do
crescent.
side to side.
love
I could do
doing that.
circles and crescents.
What about you?
sad only, baby.
I've got a picture where I did do a no pattern, and the slag was just
Dude, it is
perfectly
so satisfying.
coming
So,
off.
so, not to change the subject, but I did want to ask everybody a question. So, because Collyn doesn't really have much to add into the whole ag experiences that we
I'm
have.
just listening, bro. It's funny listening to y'all stories.
Dude, they're amazing, honestly. And like, what sucks so much about it is like, I wish everybody experienced that.
Dude, I wanted to so bad. I remember going to the
Because even
if you're not gonna
even
go,
Jaden didn't experience it.
even if you're not gonna
Oh,
go,
no sports guys really did.
Yeah.
even if you're not gonna go in any
That's
kind
so
of
depressing.
physical work
Yeah,
like
so-
that, it's stuff you
I feel
need
like
to know.
everybody should go to ag like at least one.
You learn a lot of good stuff in ag.
I remember going to
I
talk to
learned
Miss
not
Harper
to trust
every
Logan Slaughter.
year. I hate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's what I learned.
Dude.
Like if I had beef with anybody in our class, it was Logan Slaughter.
He's
I
changed.
learned not to trust him.
I seen him at the tire shop. Maybe last.
He's
Well, earlier
he's
this
got
year.
kids, bro.
I talked to him for a while. I was never big buddies
He's
with
been
him,
arrested too.
but I had a good conversation with him.
He dates like a 17-year-old.
Yeah, he's a
He kind of have a gut.
kid. Does
He was always pretty like skinny, but he's
yeah,
got
he
him a
was
good,
really skinny.
got him a
He
good
still
beard.
drives
Yeah.
the, what does he call it? The Green Monster?
The Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. Yeah, he still drives that.
I never liked him.
But see,
What were you gonna ask us?
I wanted to ask everybody a question. So, Alan, have you ever had, maybe like an extraterrestrial experience, or maybe like
yeah.
a, paranormal
All
experience?
right, I'll go ahead and answer. I have not.
So Collyn has not.
Okay, I've had a couple in my day, and I don't really. You found something, Alec?
Let me see.
Oh, dude!
what
Oh my
the
gosh!
fuck?
All right, break this down.
That
for me,
slag is already
'cause I don't
coming
know what
off.
I'm looking at.
All right, so whenever you get done welding, there's this. See this gray above that
Yeah.
shiny metal? That's the slag, kind of from the welding rod.
Mm-hmm.
And after you get done welding, you just chip that off, and you scrub that off, and it's nothing. Now, usually, if you make a bad weld,
You're gonna
That slag
spend
ain't
like
coming off.
you're
yeah,
gonna,
slag,
yeah.
you'll grind it with a wire brush for as long as you can.
It won't come off.
It ain't coming off. You gotta re-weld over. it,
Who was the
basically.
worst welder? For,
Dude, I don't even know. There was a lot of people that weren't
Shelby
that great.
Rogers.
Dude, I got some. in
Nah,
my
nah,
foot
that's
one
biased.
time.
No, the
Dude,
worst
right through my
one,
sock.
Brett
I
Sable.
remember y'all would come to class with like holes in y'all's pants and shoes and shit because of the sparks. and
Yeah,
stuff.
dude, they were.
I
burnt.
started taking boots to ag with me because my tennis shoes were getting burnt
Yeah,
up.
yeah. You
And my mom was like, "Son, I'm not paying this much money for tennis shoes for you to get them burnt up in ag."
Y'all come back to class with holes in
that
your
was
clothes and
mine.
Yeah,
shit.
dude, war scars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your
Because
skin
of the one
would be
piece
burnt
that's
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
dude,
I loved
They
it.
were like
that's a
very
burn
few
from
people
welding
who
like a
could do
month
that.
ago, and I mean
really?
it turned my skin
That's
yellow.
That's a freaking scar.
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna
The
heal.
bead went right through my sock
But so,
one time,
do you wanna
and it got stuck in
talk
my
about
foot, and
this?
it was there for
Okay,
a
let me
week.
preface all this,
My old
Kevin.
jacket has so many holes.
This is
I-
a good story.
I don't believe in ghosts, but there's just some things that's happened to me I can't explain.
I do.
I don't think it was ghost. I don't know what it was,
Fate.
but it's definitely weird.
So
I'll
we
start
set
off with
mood.
the story that Collyn's talking about. So, there's a house that's been in my family since it was built over
Generations.
100 years ago. This house is over 100 years old. All right. This is an old like doghouse style house, which means when you open the front door, there's like a long hallway going straight to the back door. And then you got like in this house in particular, you've got 2 bedrooms on the left side of the house and a bathroom in the back corner. Big house too. It ain't like tiny. You got a living room on the right when you walk in the front door. The kitchen takes up like half of the right side of the house because it's like kitchen/dining room.
Yeah.
In the long hallway down the middle, you got a set of stairs going up to the top bedroom and bathroom. So I was probably in the 6th or 7th grade. I was pretty young. At the time, my grandpa and his wife lived in this house. And we were going over there. One day we were going to ride horses with my grandpa and make a day trip. We were going to ride from his house to my house through the woods. It was a pretty good day-long ride. So the day before that, we were just getting everything ready, getting our saddles ready, and we were going to spend the night at his house, wake up early, and hit the trail. So I had never slept in this house before this. I'm on up in 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah.
So I'm in that front bedroom with my brother. We had to share a bed. It was like a bed a little bit bigger than yours, Alec. And they had a TV in this room. We were watching like Family Guy or something. My grandpa and his wife slept in the upstairs room. There's a distinct sound of the stairs when walked on versus the floor of the house when walked on.
Mm-hmm.
Very distinct. These are original wooden floors in the house.
Yeah.
And there's no concrete under this house. It's off the ground.
Yeah.
So it's pretty loud when you walk on it, even if you're not trying to stomp. So it's probably like 11:30 at night. We're about to go to sleep. We turn off the TV. We're like, all right, we'll get up in the morning. We're laying there. I kind of heard something. Just one like that. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Maybe it was just them upstairs going to the bathroom, but I knew it wasn't from upstairs because their room was directly above us. Heard this at the other end of the house on our floor. I was just trying to make an excuse.
Yeah, like maybe it's the house settling.
And it is dark.
Me.
I mean dark.
There's a raccoon.
So me and Jackson's like, holy shit, what was that? And so I'm like, well, maybe it was them. I don't know. It sounded like footsteps coming from that end of the hallway down the middle of the house to our door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like looking. There was no lights on, so I couldn't see anything under the door.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an every now and then you hear something on the floor. It was like footsteps
Yeah, someone walking.
coming towards us.
Mm-mm.
And your grandpa and them were asleep?
Yeah, they're upstairs. I know it was not from them.
Yeah.
Dude, me and Jackson were like looking at each other like, holy shit. I've never had this happen before.
Yeah.
It came right to the door and never heard nothing the whole night, dude.
Like
It was-
just stopped
that
at
was
the
it.
door
It's like it walked from the back door all the way to our bedroom door and stopped.
and just disappeared.
It was freaky.
Y'all didn't open the door?
Hell no.
Who would do that?
I stayed up for like 2.5
Shit, I
hours because I
opened the
could not
door.
go to sleep.
Oh my
And then finally
God.
fell asleep.
Fuck that.
And another story I have,
What a really good shit.
Collyn, you were actually in this one. You and Clayton.
Was it when we were walking around the school? I remember this.
This was freaky. There's got to be an explanation.
Tori was with us.
Tori was. So this is, I guess, when Miss Sable still taught.
Yeah.
Your mom taught and my mom
I
taught.
was thinking about this earlier.
So this is during the summer. So
Ooh.
teachers every now and then go get their rooms fixed up during the summer. Happened to be that your mom, my mom, and I guess that's why Tori was there.
Yeah, her grandma.
Miss Sable was still there teaching. She was getting some stuff done. So, dude, we were probably in the 3rd, 4th grade. We were small. And what are we going to do when our parents are there except just walk around?
Yeah, we're just
We had the
walking.
whole school to ourselves. The lights were off, but it was daytime, so you could still see pretty good in there. Me, you, Clayton, and Tori were just walking around, just talking, looking in all the rooms in the
Yeah.
high school.
Yep.
And we were in the high school hall looking in the home ec lab.
Dude, and we saw that. Wasn't it like it looked like somebody in there.
Yeah, that's why we looked in there. Because you
Yeah.
know how all the doors, especially those wooden ones in the high school hall, they just have a little window like that wide. And we
Yes.
could have swore we saw somebody in there, and the
It was
lights
like-
were off.
Yeah.
Fuck
Dude.
that.
Yeah, it was like dark as hell in
And
there.
I remember we look in there, and I remember we ended up
Dark,
joking.
Dark as fuck in that high school hall.
I remember we ended up joking because nobody was in there, and somebody was like, dude, you could probably put a dead body in that refrigerator because it's like a big industrial refrigerator in the home ec room.
Yeah.
Whatever. So we shut the door, and we just make it halfway down the hall.
Oh my god.
We heard a blood-curdling scream.
Yeah, dude, like an actual scream, like a
And it
fucking
sounded
bloody
far
murder.
away enough, so if we're halfway down the high school hall, headed to the junior high hall,
Yeah.
so we're probably about where Mr. Lights' room is in the hall. It sounded far away enough that it could have been on the top floor of the gym or in the gym.
Yeah.
We just stopped and looked at each
But
other.
we were the only ones in the school besides like our parents and
Dude,
stuff.
and the only person it could have been, it wasn't your mom, because she was in that
She was in her room.
She was in her room. Miss Sable was in her room, and my mom was in the elementary hall in her
Yeah,
room.
yeah, nowhere near us.
Dude, so we like eased up there down the junior high hall. We even looked in his. Was that when your mom was in junior high?
Yeah.
We looked in her room, Miss Sable's. They were in there. And we walked onto the gym, dude, and it was like dark. When all the lights in the school are off and the big
Yeah.
gym, it is black
Yeah, bro.
in the gym.
It's pitch black down there.
Dude, we just kind of stood there on the chain link, like looking, and we were like, hell no, we're getting out of here.
Because we were talking about going down there
Yeah.
and stuff, and we did.
But dude, we were
Dude,
like
that's
little
not the
kids.
First, like weird thing that's happened to me in the degree.
Really?
I remember one time. It was like after school or something one day. You know, Walker's mom worked up there too, and I think it was like me, Clayton, Walker, Kobe Tarpley, and just a couple other people. We were just like in the mini gym in the junior high side, just playing basketball or something. And I remember, y'all remember how the mini gym was set up? There was the double doors on that one side.
Yes, and that metal glass door.
Yeah, and then on the other side there was just that one door.
Yeah.
We were on that side with the one door, and we turned around to go back to the other side, and I was the only one like still left at the side, and I heard right behind me someone say, "Get ready, Walker, roll," and it was so weird. And I turned around and nobody was there, and Walker was like on the other side of the court. I was like, "Did y'all hear that?" And they was like, "No, dude, what'd you hear?" And I told him, and like, dude, there was nobody there, I swear to God. And then we went back, and then Clayton said he heard the same fucking thing.
That's
Someone
creepy.
say, "Get ready, Walker, rule." And then we told Walker, and he like fucking got shit on himself.
That's
And we
creepy,
laughed.
dude.
It was weird.
No, dude, look.
So what about you, Gavin?
I've had a couple of experiences, which I'm not really like. I don't know. I don't think ghosts exist, but I do think like
Like a spirit.
not spirit, but I do think like I don't know. I can't.
It's just stuff you
Dude,
can't
I think
explain.
they do exist.
You think they exist?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they don't exist, but I feel like if they did exist, I feel like you'd feel a lot more presence. You know what I'm saying?
Well, people be getting possessed and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, so, we were at my grandmother's house, me and my mom. It was just me and my mom.
What about you and
And-
Caitlin? Or was it Carly? At your nana's?
No, it was just me. No, but okay, so I was at my grandmother's house. She has a two-story. My nana, I'm just going to say my nana. That's my grandma. She had a two-story house. And me and my mom, it was just me and her there. And I was upstairs sleeping in my cousin's room. And I was in her room, and I was trying to go to bed. And I was like in there. And it was like 10 o'clock at night. You know, pitch black in the room. I'm just laying there. And I hear somebody walking up the stairs. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, is my mom coming upstairs? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get up. And like, I open up the door to go see my mom. And when I open up the door, somebody coming up the stairs, sound completely stops. And I was like, I'm looking at pitch black,
Oh shit, dude.
and I was like, okay. So I get out and I turn the light on. Nobody's down the stairs. I was like, ooh. I had a,
Something ain't right.
yeah, I had
Like
a,
you have feeling someone's watching you or something?
yeah, like I had a fucked feeling.
Or
So like I go, and where the room is, it's right next to the stairs.
yeah.
So like when you walk out, the stairs is right there. But when you keep going forward, there's a hallway, and to the right, there's a bathroom, and at the end of the hallway, there's a bedroom. So I look in the bathroom, nobody's in the bathroom. I look in the bedroom at the end of the hall, nobody's in the bedroom. Okay? Maybe it was just me thinking some shit was going down that didn't really go down. So I go back in my in the bedroom, and I lay back down, and like after about 10 or 15 minutes go by, I hear somebody coming up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was on it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna catch whoever the fuck is fucking with me. I get up, I open the door, I turn on the lights, I look down, nobody's there. I check the bathroom, I check the bedroom, nobody's fucking there.
Right.
And I was sitting there like, this is fucked.
You're scared?
Yeah, I was scared as shit, dude. I was like I was bugging, dude. I
Yeah.
felt like I was like,
You
like I went into the bedroom, dude, and like I laid there, and like an hour and a half had gone by, and I finally said, "Nah, it was just me. I'm probably just hearing shit." So I finally like kind of start like getting to where I'm about to start falling asleep, like I'm calmed down,
Yeah.
and then instead of walking up the stairs, it's fucking running. Like
Dude,
somebody's.
No fucking way.
I'm serious, dude. It fucking freaked me. I didn't even go check.
Dude, you should have checked.
No.
There was probably somebody there.
No, fuck that. I didn't even check.
There was somebody there.
I just left it there. I locked the door. I fucking went back in the bed. I said, fuck that shit. I'm going to bed.
I would have been so scared. I would have been under the covers.
Dude, I was. I was under the covers. I was like freaking out, dude. And I think I freaked myself out so much that I just fell asleep. Like, I think that's exactly what happened. Because I was
someone
like,
probably in the room with you watching it.
no, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I was like 12 or 13 years old when that happened.
I got a creepy one that happened to my sister. I don't know if she believes in this stuff or
I have
not.
one that happened to my dad.
I know that my sister has played with Ouija boards and all that in high school.
Ooh, that's fucked.
And they've done like these seance stuff. So when her and my brother-in-law first got married, they moved into this house. Pretty nice house, actually. 2-story.
Was it the Houston sister?
No. It's not. It's the younger one. And it's a wooden house. So, kind of like on the other side of the kitchen. I'm not going to describe how the house is laid out because it don't matter. So, there was this bathroom that they just never used. They had one in their bedroom and another one in like the upstairs.
Yeah.
So they just never used this bathroom that was kind of by the kitchen. Always stayed shut, lights were always off. And they'd always kind of had it like, just stuff would be a little weird every now and then. They never thought anything of it. And they would come back to their house sometimes and that bathroom door would be open and the light would be on.
Right.
With nobody in that house, they'd be gone.
Fuck that.
So then they were like, well, maybe it's haunted? I don't know. So, my oldest sister had a friend. Excuse me. And this is like when both of my sisters were still in school. Before they moved in that house, before my other sister moved in that house. Somebody else must have lived there at the time. But my oldest sister had a friend, and her brother ended up getting in a really bad car accident and dying in that house's front yard years and years before my sister moved into that house.
Yeah.
That may have been it. I don't know. So when this sister that lived in that house was having one of her babies, the first baby, of course they're in the hospital. So my other sister lived in Houston at the time. So of course she's up for my sister to have her baby, and she's kind of just, I guess, house sitting, but it's also a free place to stay versus a hotel. So her and my brother-in-law are staying in that house because they're from Houston. They don't live in that house. And they would go back to the house and like drawers and cabinets would be open in the master bathroom that they did not leave open. This is where it gets freaky. So the first kid's been born a year or two. They're still in this house. And my niece, her bedroom was right across the hallway upstairs from my sister's room.
Yeah.
And it was a bedroom / toy room. And they'd be down there watching TV downstairs in the living room and hear my niece upstairs screaming bloody murder. She's like 2 years old. And they'd go up there thinking something fell on her up there, like a shelf or something. And she'd be like sitting in the middle of the floor screaming, crying. they'd get her calling in like, Macy, what's going on? She would talk about the Shadow Man. 2 years old.
Fuck
She has
that.
no reason to be thinking of shadow people.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
they were
that.
like, well, maybe she saw something on TV that she didn't need to see. This happened more than once.
No, they say that little kids can sense stuff like that.
Yeah,
though,
they
way better
they
than
like
what we
talk
can.
they can see them.
Well,
Like,
this happened more than once. Which they didn't move out because of all that, but they ended up
And
moving
animals,
to a
dogs.
different
Yeah,
house.
dogs and shit.
And they haven't had anything like that happen since. But that's freaky, dude.
Dude, have you ever had sleep paralysis?
No, I never have.
I've
Gavin
had it.
said he
I've
has.
had it once in my life, dude. Scariest shit I've ever been through. It was that I was still in high school.
I remember you telling me about it at school.
Yeah, dude. I was at the house, and I remember my door was open, and like I was just sleeping. I woke up, and I couldn't move, bro. Like my eyes were up. I could like look around in my room, but I couldn't like turn my head. I couldn't move my arms, and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe at all. And dude, it was like this fucking big man just like ran across my door, and dude.
Did you say?
And I
Did you
couldn't
say?
with the door open?
Didn't you say
I
it was
know.
like he was dragging your family out?
Yeah, dude, and what I was seeing, like, he was, like, dragging people out of the house, like, because my door is right by the front door of
Yeah.
our house. And he was, like, dragging people out of the house, and, like, I couldn't fucking move, I couldn't breathe, and then it was just, like, I just, like, snapped out of it. I was able to sit up, I was able to, like, look around and
Mom,
breathe
are you
and
okay?
stuff. And, like, I went walking around the house, everyone was still in their
That
beds
is
and
why
shit.
I always sleep with my door closed.
No.
Well, I do now.
Because there's this movie where like the witch, there's like this like demon lady or a witch, I don't know, but her hands come across through the door, she's opening the door,
Yeah.
and you can see her like talons, like her fingers gripping the door, and I ever since then I'm still with my door shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
No.
do not want to see some
No.
creepy
Dude.
fucking like witch fingers
I
open
remember.
my door.
I remember after that, like, I could not go back to sleep, bro. I was so scared because I was just trying to figure out, like, why couldn't I move? Like, I felt like something was just, like, forcing. I was, like, glued into my bed.
What causes sleep paralysis?
I don't know, but my
Like
dad
stress?
had it. I don't know what happens.
I remember you
Why.
telling me about your dad having
Yeah,
it.
my dad, I remember him telling us one time, we were in Natchitoches when me and Clayton were, like, really little. And he said he was at the house by himself, like, sleeping or something. And he said he just woke up in the middle of his sleep. It was like midday. He was taking a nap or something, and he couldn't move. He couldn't like turn his head or nothing. And this little like creature walked into the room and like was just and came up and crawled on the bed and sat on his chest.
That's a lot of people have.
Yeah, a
that.
lot of
Sitting-
people have
sitting
that.
on your bed or sitting on you.
Yeah, sitting on you or something. And
Or
he
like
said,
at the end of your bed by
yeah.
your feet.
yeah, and they'll just like sit there and watch you while you can't do nothing. But he said it was like sitting on his chest where like it was so heavy where he couldn't breathe. And he was like trying to like get it off of him, but he couldn't. But then he just like snapped out of it and was like able to move and like there was nothing there, which is so fucking weird,
Could you
dude.
imagine like like having that and just screaming and you can't do
Yeah,
anything?
like you can't talk.
Like you're just like
No,
it's,
you
you're
can't.
trying to scream but
Yeah.
nothing comes out and you can't.
No.
move.
I've had dreams like that, but not like
No, bro, like I
Sitting
was
there.
awake, dude.
Like
And-
sleep paralysis.
thinking I'm
it's
conscious
real. Like,
and-
it's,
Yeah, dude, it's real. It fucking happens.
Like you're not asleep. You're awake.
I remember telling Sarah about it because I didn't even know what the fuck sleep paralysis was at the time. I was like, I just had this weird experience, and I was like describing it to her. She was like, it sounds like you just had sleep paralysis, and I remember like researching it big time, just like finding out what the fuck it was and stuff. It was crazy.
No, dude, look. Which, I don't know if it was some sleep paralysis or if it was just a really bad dream, but I was at my Nana's house.
Damn, you need to stay away from
Yeah,
there.
there's something going on there.
Well, the place burned down.
Burned down.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so.
What was the cause?
bad?
Demons.
No.
Was
I
it a
think-
gas leak or something with the power breakers?
It was, I think it was like the wires, like something bad wires.
That's
and
what they want you to think.
Yeah.
You
no.
have bad luck.
But no,
with-
dude.
You and
A
Alec
little-
have bad luck with fires.
But look, dude.
fire.
Well, I mean, I didn't cause it, so. But no, I was
Hold on.
I was there for a holiday, and I was sleeping in the living room on the couch, and I was just laying there, like on my back, you know, and like I just remember, like laying there, and like the lights coming on, in the house.
Mhm.
It was at night, and the lights just
Like in every room and stuff.
like everything just came on, and like I'm just laying there, and I look, and see the way that it was set up is like the upstairs, like you could see the stairs going up in the living room,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a little balcony, and there's like you can see the hallway going in.
Yeah.
Well, the lights to the living room came on, and like somebody's coming out to, like walking out,
Yeah.
and it's like a shadow figure, but like you can see the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
some freaky fucking shit like that.
Well, dude, when it was like happening to me, it was like this big shadow guy, and he was like just staring in my eyes, like dragging people past my door, just staring at me. It was so fucking creepy.
Yeah, dude. And like not only that, but I've had a couple of different experiences there. Like that's where all my
Yeah.
experiences come from.
Dude, I don't know if it's like I remember like on my PS4, Alan, that thing was so old. I don't know if it was just fucking up or what, but I can remember like laying down and be super late. I'm off the game, and
Like all we would play?
yeah, but like it'd be like when we're off, like I'm
Yeah.
going to sleep. I'm just in my room, pitch black dark, and my PlayStation would just randomly come on. Like I'd hear the beep, like the the PlayStation noise, and I'd turn, I'd just like flip back over. My PlayStation's on, my controller's on, and shit, and I'd go turn it off, and then I'd wake back up, PlayStation's on again. Like that shit happened to me a lot with that PlayStation. I don't know if it was like some glitch with that or what,
Huh.
but that happened to me a lot with that fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, dude.
It would just randomly beep and then.
Yeah, no, fuck that, dude.
You know, because there's no fucking noise and that's all I hear.
Well, see, my Xbox would do that too.
It just come on.
Like, I think I had it for like 5 years, and
Yeah,
I fell asleep in my my room, and all I would hear is, and it would come on, and I'm like, what?
You had a faulty Xbox. It used to
Well, dude,
come
my
on all the time,
PlayStation
but-
4 was so old, dude. I had like, I don't even remember what number it was made. Like, it has like the number, like
Yeah,
what
like
what
the serial
PlayStation-
number?
Yeah, which one
Yeah.
it was made. It was like in the hundreds.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
Alec
an
wakes
old
up and sees 7 shadow figures staring at him.
Yeah,
do.
I
Yeah,
know,
I'm looking
dude.
at that.
Speaking of those shadow figures,
I know what that is.
did you see it?
No, but I knew what it was whenever I started doing that thing on my finger.
Well, I got something to show you.
What is
Yeah,
that?
hold on.
Do you guys ever have such a bad dream that you wake up
This
crying?
is the One Ring.
Like
No.
audibly?
No, but
I did when I was
I
a
woke
kid.
up in a cold sweat, like shaking before.
Yeah, I have to.
Terrible. I wake up
No, I
and
did
I'm
that
like,
when I was
I'm
a kid.
audibly
I-
crying. Like I'm sobbing.
I had a horrible dream that my dog died.
Really?
Like
That
a
fits perfectly.
fucked up way.
Like you
It
got
fits
fucked
on
up.
this one.
Like,
the
yeah.
one
Like
that
no,
Carter
like
puts it on.
some guy came to our house and was like, "This is fucking."
I could push it
mine,"
on, but it wouldn't come
and
on.
took our dog and like threw him into cars and shit like that.
That was a little less
Yeah.
thick.
And then like
So,
ever since
What's
then I
going
was
on
like,
there?
Actually, it should be more thick.
Dude.
I know. Well, no,
A
because
lot of
remember why I
times-
told you this part's thicker than
I'll
this
wake
part?
up from a dream and be like, what the
Because it's more
fuck
fat
is
on this
that
part,
shit?
more
I know, dude.
tender muscle. on
Like
this
people
part.
will be in my dreams that I haven't thought about or talked to in so long.
I know, dude.
I'm like, why are these people in my fucking dreams? And it's just the craziest events
have you
happening.
have you ever had a dream where you saw somebody that was like not recognizable? Like you've seen their face and you're like, I have no idea who this I have no idea who this person is. Like I've never seen them in my life.
Maybe, but a lot of times I wake up and I don't remember my dreams.
I can't.
I can't remember my dreams.
Sometimes I don't remember my dreams, and then like 3 weeks later, I'll see something, and then I suddenly remember what I dreamed about 3 weeks ago.
Dude,
Damn.
It's
what's
kind of like
that?
deja vu.
Okay, I
Yeah.
was about to say, dude, I haven't had deja vu in so long.
I have it all
Dude,
the
I
time.
did like
But
a
I
couple
remember,
weeks ago.
I remember I used to get it, like it used to happen all the time. I'll be like, damn, this shit is so familiar. Like I swear this has happened.
Dude,
before.
I've started having dreams with people I know in it, and something will happen to them in the dream, and I'll wake up like that has
fully
actually
convinced-
happened to
fully
them.
convinced it happened.
Yeah. Like, I even thought it happened before I went to sleep that night. And then I'll figure out that has never happened to that person.
Yeah.
No. I had a dream where like I was looking like I was down some weird ass road, and I was looking up and I saw a full moon, and like I don't know what it was one of those like weird dreams you have where you're just like, okay, well, that was weird. 2 weeks later after that, I'm walking down a road I've never walked down with like a couple friends, and I look up and it's a full moon.
Dude,
and I'm
that's
like,
so weird.
and I'm sitting there like, what?
Have y'all ever lucid dreamed?
Is that where you like can control
Yeah,
what
that's where
happens?
you can control your dreams.
Yeah, I
It's
heard.
actually really crazy. I think I've lucid dreamed once in my life. You can like train yourself to do it every
Yeah.
night,
But
which
you
is
gotta
pretty
do like
wild,
a bunch
dude.
of weird
Yeah, you
like,
gotta do, like,
ceremonies.
You gotta like really fucking focus.
A lot of people do that so much where they like transport themselves to different realms.
Yeah,
of
and
reality.
you like live different
And they-
lives and
mhm.
shit.
A
which
lot
is
of
so
people, a really
crazy.
common one is Harry Potter. A lot of people will put themselves into like Harry Potter, and
I don't think I'd want to do
they
that.
100% like
Well, dude,
live out that.
you can like put yourself anywhere you want.
And they do it for so long that when they come back to reality,
Yeah,
they're
they're
like,
like-
what the fuck's
They're
going
like
on?
shocked.
Yeah.
Like they don't
Yeah.
know
Because
what to
they've
do.
I don't
been there
think
for
I
so
want-
long.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Dude, that happens a lot
Kind of
when
scary.
people do like really crazy psychedelic drugs.
Yeah.
They like do these drugs and go live entire lives, have like families and children
It's like-
and
Why would
wives.
you want to do that?
People
to
that
yourself,
don't even
though?
exist and they
How
come
like
back.
they live, and then they come back, and all of a sudden they're kids again.
Yeah, they
And
come
they have
back
to, like, redo it all.
and they like miss people that don't even exist, which is fucking crazy.
I don't know, but like, okay, so one more experience I want to talk about. Like, actually, I mean, I have two, but the one I want to say, so this happened at my grandmother's house
Bro,
again.
you gotta. Good thing that place burnt down, bro. I would
It's
never.
actually really sad.
I would never walk around that house again.
Well, dude, I was in my living room watching TV.
Always at Mars.
Yeah, dude, honestly. The other one happened at a restaurant I worked at, Bayou Crawfish. That place is
Mhm.
What about
haunted.
at Family Dollar?
You think it's
The
haunted?
water bottle thing?
Oh,
Dude, apparently
yeah.
the Pizza Hut I used to work at in Natchitoches was haunted.
Really?
But I never really saw nothing.
No, dude. Okay, so I was at my nana's, dude, and I was watching TV in the living room, sitting on the couch, and I had the weirdest fucking like sense of like somebody's watching me.
Yeah.
You know, like how you feel like, man, dude, like
Hairs on the back of your neck standing up.
yeah, like you're getting
It's such a weird feeling.
you're getting goosebumps at that point, and like we
You're in a good position, you know.
and in our living room we had a door that would enter into the backyard. And like, I was like watching TV, and I looked behind me, and like as soon as I looked behind me, I saw a face.
Bro.
Like, but it wasn't like a face, like
Like a human?
yeah, it was just a figure. Cause it was nighttime, so it's like there's no lights. All you can see is the lights in the living room, and it's shining on his face that I can't really make out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was instantly like, I turned around, I was like, I got up, I looked back again, no face, no figure, no nothing. I fucking, I-
That's like movie, like scary movie.
yeah, I got up and I went into the bed with my nana, and I fell asleep, dude. I said, fuck this.
Dude, that's scary.
Yeah, dude, it was like, fuck. Because I was like, is somebody trying to rob the place?
I remember one time at our house, I think Josh was staying the night one time. Somebody was there, but I think it was Josh. But we live like on the lake, and it was like storming really bad this night. Why are you whispering? This is getting cut.
No.
Anyways,
Jeremy, bleep this out.
it was like storming really loud, like really bad, and like you know when storms are, it's like pitch black, but when lightning hits, it's like daytime at night.
Yeah.
Well, it was like that, like for split seconds, and like I remember just staring out onto the water, and like this, I didn't realize it was a tree at the time, but dude, I swear to God, it was a person standing down at the water. Every time the lightning would flash, like it looked like there was a person down there.
Yeah.
And
I remember you telling me about that.
yeah, and then the next day, I went out and it was just a tree. But
Yeah.
I thought it was a person for
Yeah,
a
it
while. I
is.
was like, who the fuck is standing out there in this storm, bro?
Yeah.
I'll tell ya.
Who the fuck is crazy enough?
I don't have any room to say whether ghosts are real or not, but I'm pretty confident in saying 90% of the stuff you hear, I think, is people's minds playing
just
tricks
playing
on them.
with them.
Because it's really easy to let that convince
Oh,
you of
yeah.
stuff.
Because you hear stories and you're like, oh, shit.
Like the whole school thing, dude.
Bro,
That may have been
but
the
we
simplest
heard
thing.
that. No, dude, that was real.
And the whole footsteps thing for me, it could have been the most simple thing.
No,
but-
but all four of us heard that, bro.
You're right. I mean,
And we all screamed like little bitches and ran.
yeah.
I think what it is if like you have like, I'm not gonna say like a spiritual connection, but like if you have like some kind of connection to that place, and like, yeah,
Or to certain people.
or to certain people, I feel like there is like a sense of they can try to get to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I've heard some crazy fucking stories from people.
Yeah, I have to.
Like, one guy told me he got a phone call from his dead brother.
I doubt that.
Which, I mean, I'm not going to say I believe that. But he was like, yeah, I got a phone call, and it was the same number as my brother. And I tried answering the phone call, even though I knew the phone line was disconnected. I knew, like, the phone was disconnected, but I knew the number. And I tried calling it, and it was, like, as soon as I answered it, the phone disconnected.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think it was my brother trying to call me from the afterworld.
Damn.
And I was like,
From the afterworld.
Yeah, I called.
Well,
bullshit
another
on
thing
that.
people
yeah,
do.
that's what I was like. I was like, I think you were just,
Yeah.
I think you're just going through grief, man.
Another thing people do when it comes to this kind of weird stuff, if they want to believe something,
They will.
they're gonna believe it.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't know, dude.
It's kind of like, is hypnotism real?
Yeah.
It's only real if you want to be
Exactly.
hypnotized.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. But dude, you can go on and on about shit like that, and that can lead into like alien talk and shit.
I
like
don't
that.
believe in aliens.
Dude, I do. 100%.
You don't believe in aliens?
Yeah.
At
No,
all?
dude, they exist.
What, Alan?
100%.
Okay, do you just
Did
not
my-
believe that
so-
there's like
so-
evidence of aliens, or you don't think there's any?
No, so you're telling me you think we're the only people or living things in the entire universe?
Yep.
I highly doubt.
Even in those water worlds that we've discovered, you don't think there's like little
You don't think there's
bacteria?
like
I think if there's anything, it could be bacteria, but I don't
Bacteria.
think there's humanoid species building UFOs flying around.
It's probably not humans, but it's something.
Humanoid.
I mean, humanoid.
It's like
Oh.
resembles.
I think there is, bro. There's gotta be. There's just no way, dude, that we're the only thing in the entire fucking universe.
Maybe we're the maybe we're the last species of the
I
universe.
doubt it, bro. I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the first.
I doubt that, too.
I think.
Dude, there's like fucking trillion, like so many planets.
Well, think of
Well,
how
there's
low
fucking
probability
billions of
the history of the
galaxies.
Earth
Yeah.
has been. You know, like think of dinosaurs being on the Earth so long ago, and then eventually us
Well, it's like
after
a cycle.
millions and millions of years.
It's like a cycle. I was listening to Impulsive, bro, and they be talking about shit like this a lot. It's like a cycle. Everything goes extinct after so many years. Like there's just no stopping it. And I don't know.
Well, you know, there's like the Fermi paradox, where like it's a belief that like the reason we don't see any kind of like extraterrestrial life or like anything going beyond like light years is because all of any kind of intelligent life hits a barrier,
Yeah.
like World War III, like blowing ourselves up into
Yeah.
extinction. Like, it's kind of like the belief that all intelligent life will kill itself before it gets to a point of
Yeah.
like intergalactic.
Yeah.
Domination.
Space travel.
Star
shit.
Trek.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, that's another thing. Like, we haven't even like ventured out past our own galaxy. So
Our own
and
solar
there's
system.
billions of fucking other.
Well,
galaxies.
humans haven't ventured past like
Our
the
moon.
moon,
the
pretty
moon.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next big feat will be Mars, and
Like-
I don't think we'll live to see people live on Mars.
We might.
We
maybe.
might. We'll see people land on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But live on Mars?
I will.
Well,
start
We might be
living.
like old,
Hell,
cranky old
Yeah,
men.
I mean, they're
there'll
supposed
probably
to,
be like some station on Mars.
they're supposed to have people go to Mars in what, like the next 10 years?
Well,
or
I heard
something?
Elon Musk talking about it because, of course, he's
Yeah, he's like head of
Yeah,
overall.
space.
and he was
SpaceX.
saying he's like, here's the thing, we'll be sending people, but
It won't be fun.
the first good many trips that are made to Mars,
They're not gonna make it
they ain't
back.
gonna make it to Mars.
Or make it back.
Or make
They
it
can
back.
Make it there.
Well, dude, it'd take like months to even get there.
Well, I mean, something's gonna happen and they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Dead.
You gotta,
Honestly,
yeah,
bro,
you gotta
we're
see
probably-
type shark.
We're probably gonna
Yeah.
end up blowing each other up before anything happens.
You know what? You're the number one fan.
You can't just dangle that in my face.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
the number
Alan.
one fan. Always.
Colin's gonna end up missing, and then there's only gonna be one number one fan left.
Damn.
Watch
Alan's
your back,
gonna-
Colin.
Alan, we're gonna
There's
see Alan and he's
there's-
gonna be wearing Colin's face. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Colin.
There's two fans
That's
in
freaky.
this community.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Colin? Ow.
Yeah. But no, dude, like, I do think aliens exist.
Well, no, dude, you gotta think about it like,
Well,
the human like race is like fucking moving so quickly, like with technology and stuff.
well, think about it like this. Like, you gotta think, like, why haven't people, like, seen a definitive proof of aliens? You have to think about it like this, dude. Aliens are probably so advanced.
Yeah, they don't have a reason to
They don't have a reason to come to us.
We're probably like
But not only that,
Neanderthals.
but the
yeah, we're probably stupid as fuck.
they
compared
have
to
such
them.
advanced cloaking devices or like such advanced ways to avoid us.
Well, dude, I've seen so much shit on TikTok. Like people seen aliens and like
That's bullshit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit
Mhm.
too. And
That's just trying to get like clicks and
yeah,
like engagement.
and people have also said like even in the government, people do get interviewed and stuff, and they talk about how like their nuclear plants get shut down out of nowhere, and they think it's aliens like shutting down nuclear sites because that's the only reason aliens would be on Earth, like for our nuclear weapons and shit. Because it's
Nah.
like hella powerful and all that. But
Well, you know, the only the only time we've been really spiking up in alien, like, just not discoveries, but like sightings, is when we created nuclear bombs.
yeah, because
If they're that scared of our nukes, then why haven't they killed us already?
Well, I don't think they're scared. I think they're scared for us.
yeah, I mean, it's not like we're gonna be able to make a some kind of weapon that can blow up worlds and shit.
Yeah.
Well, we can blow up our own world.
And then
but,
when we do, they're gonna be like, "All right, let's talk
Tractor
to 'em."
beam.
Yeah, let's do the old Star Wars thing and
Well,
just
dude.
Death Star their ass."
I mean, hell, if you think about it, even 50 years ago, bro, we didn't have shit compared to what we have now.
Mm-mm.
Imagine 50 years from now, what are we gonna have?
Dude, we've
Dude,
been
there's a Tesla orbiting Mars right now with selfie sticks on it, taking pictures of Earth in the background on a
Crazy,
Tesla.
dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think we're advancing too quickly.
Hell, even 20 years ago, like when we were all born, bro, it's nothing compared to shit now.
No, dude. Technology has come so far, like, beyond our imaginations.
Yeah.
Not like, like back when we were kids, like, oh yeah, when we're older, we're gonna have flying cars.
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna go
highly
to.
doubt that we get that far.
But-
At least in our lifetime.
Elon Musk is actually working on a hovering vehicle.
Dude, I've seen people like talk about if that's actually possible, and it's like so hard for that to happen.
I feel like it would just take so much force.
Yeah, like you
to have
gotta
a
have
hover
something
vehicle.
Yeah, and it would have to be like, see, what drives us is money, and if there isn't like a way to make money off of something, we're not gonna do it. So it's like, because really the only reason we went to the moon was to beat Russia.
Yeah, to beat the
And,
space race.
Yeah, and after we did that, we were like,
Yeah, it's
fuck,
like- yeah.
fuck the moon.
We haven't been back since.
Yeah, fuck the moon.
Yeah.
The moon could suck our dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's only if we get something out of it if we're going to advance technology for it.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Like Elon Musk wants to go to Mars and stuff because he believes we're eventually gonna just destroy our planet.
Overpopulate Earth.
Yeah, and or either that or bomb each other to death.
Global warming, bro.
Yeah, that.
I thought Elon Musk said like overpopulation isn't an issue
I think he has said that.
because the more people that are on Earth, the more is being produced.
Yeah, but the more that's being produced is the more we're having to take from Earth.
Dude, for the longest time,
Everything's
until
in a
recently,
cycle.
it was 7.5 billion people on Earth. We're over 8 now.
I know that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, some people say we're gonna hit a cap.
Well, I saw something.
Well, our country's birth rate is like at a record low, right?
Yeah, I was about to say I just saw something that like people our age are not having kids.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to raise a kid.
In
Yeah,
this
and
economy,
if they
yeah.
are having kids, they're maybe having like maybe one
Yeah.
or two, you know.
Which
Back in the
I
day,
can definitely see.
We didn't
I can
have
definitely see
TV
that.
back in the day.
Seven
kids.
kids. Busy.
Yeah.
They had to do
Well,
something, huh?
Yeah, well, because the reason back then was because people had so many kids was because so many of them fucking died, so they had to
Well,
have.
that, and they had to have people to work
Yeah, they had to have like
on
a.
the farm.
Yeah, I need a hand, and I don't feel like paying somebody, so let me slap a kid out real
That
quick.
was my dad's ideology of it.
Yeah, let me slap a kid.
Free labor.
Yeah, dude. Honestly.
Maggot, get the hay bale out
Bro,
now.
dude, it's actually crazy. Because we're fucking 21. In 9 years, we're going to be 30 years old, bro.
Dude, I know.
Which is wild.
I'm 22, dude. That's so fucked.
You got plenty of time.
Oh,
Just don't
yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Shit, it's hard not to.
In 3 years, we're gonna be halfway there. No, not halfway.
Dude, I'm ready to be 40. I don't care.
I'm ready to be.
You're
like,
gonna feel the same
No, I'm ready to be
no
like.
matter what. Maybe until
Man.
like your back starts just giving out.
Yeah, when you're
No.
about 53 and your knees start
Your
hurting.
mentality will change.
I've
Dude,
already
for sure.
I'm ready to be like 60 years old, so I can be like, back in my
Is
day.
that why
I'm
you
still
guys
gonna be
have
listening
forehead
on
wrinkles?
BeanDaddies podcast.
Hell yeah,
I'll still be
dude.
listening to that shit.
Episode 13,000. Episode 2,347.
We're gonna have to do a remake of episode 4. We'll do
Yeah.
like 60.
Yeah, back in our day, we didn't have
It's been
instant-
50 years since episode 4.
First thing I'm gonna say is still no proof of aliens. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. Still no proof of ghosts. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nah,
Just imagine at that point we all got robot girlfriends.
At
Dude,
this rate,
that's
that's all I've
another-
got going for me.
That's another thing, bro. AI is
No.
going crazy right
Japan is crazy on that shit.
now. Dude, there's like this AI robot like they built, and she's her own person, and she like adapts and learns and like
Yeah.
talks to people and shit, and like it's insane.
Dude, at this rate, the only way I'm gonna get one is if it's a robot. The humans don't want nothing to do with me.
Oh, dude.
They just don't understand.
That's not
you
true.
know?
They just don't know
Yes.
how to handle you. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
you're a different breed, bro.
Yeah,
I've changed a lot since high school.
We all have.
I like to think I have, but I don't know.
I
if
feel like I
really
have not.
I know for a fact I have.
I think I
I've
have.
lived, I've
Seen
seen
so much.
things.
I've definitely become a lot more.
I can
chill.
say I've done a lot since high school. I've done a lot. I
But-
can't say that. Yeah, I've done a lot.
Well, I mean,
Shit.
well, it's like, you know, you live and you learn. Yeah, I mean, you weren't 13 years old being like, yeah, I know what a job is. Like,
Fuck
you,
no. At 13, I was playing my PS3, playing Batman Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum, or some shit.
yeah, when I was 13 years old, I was like, I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was doing some dope shit.
Yeah.
For English.
It is
about,
so tiresome.
Unrealistic expectations in a relationship between the man and woman.
Yeah.
Well, here's my thing, which I can only speak for myself. I've given all my effort before, and at this point, dude, it's so tiring to even try.
Dude, I'm not even trying right now. I have no interest in being with anyone only because I
You can be
feel
with
like
me, Collyn.
I can't give someone what they're looking for right now, which is consistency. I don't think I could be consistent in a relationship.
I think I could be ready for
Hey,
one.
that's respectful.
But the thing is, dude, at this point, I'm just so scared to even try. Because like you were saying, I don't know if it's that.
It's hard when you really do try and like give a lot, and then you just get shit on.
Yeah, exactly.
It really, because it like makes you makes you just like not want to try.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
I mean, yeah, I've done it.
I don't care. Well, the thing is, Alan,
We got 3 single men in
Oh,
this
shit.
room.
look, the thing I've learned since, I've been in so many relationships. I'm a
You're
ladies'
a fucking
man.
stud, dude.
No. I'm saying is like, don't worry about it.
I'm not, dude. But like, my thing is,
Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't have any fear. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and that's okay. Because guess what? There's somebody who will find you for who you are and what you are.
See, I don't really care just because I feel like I couldn't be any more content with my life right now. Like, I really do enjoy just doing what I do.
And see, and if you enjoy, like, the thing is, you have to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you really have to, like, love yourself before you can be with somebody.
Yeah, because if you're...
And dude, that is so true.
Because if you go into it and you're like, I hope this person fix me, you already fucked up right then and there. I hope this person can fix me, you fucked up right then and there. What you have to go in is, I hope this person enjoys me for who I am, and that's it. And if they don't, fuck them. I mean, not say fuck them, but like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, hell, my last, I'd say, real relationship was with Sarah, and I really relied on her for a lot. Like, I was super dependent on her, and she taught me a lot. But I don't know, bro. You gotta really like be dependent before you can go into a relationship, because there's like parasitic relationships, and I feel like in that one I was like a parasite. I was like feeding off her and shit.
Yeah.
And it was pretty bad. But
Well, see, like, my thing is, like we said, you gotta love yourself. But you have to know that if this doesn't work out, you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Damn, I didn't know that.
I think based off of my own experience,
you gave me the sign. I know what that means.
both people need to know what they want.
Yeah, that is
And
good.
I know this ain't for everybody, but like for me, I'm looking for the long run, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't looking for no quick relationship. I'm in it for the long run, and I make that clear.
Well,
I have made that clear, and then
it's
I
still
think the other thing is too, relationships are a two-way street, and there has to be communication both ways, and both people need to be kind of like what you are saying. They need to be at a point in their life where I can't really say stress-free, because everybody gets stressed about different things, but you can't be stressed about something that's going to hinder a relationship if you want to be in one, I guess.
content with their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they can't have any kind of baggage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, see, like, I think...
Well, I feel like people have to have like their own thing going for themselves.
Yeah.
You can't just like piggyback off somebody else.
Well,
Oh, shit.
It's about to get going.
I think a good thing is, like, I think what it is maybe like... Which, I mean, I know you said, like, you're going in it for the long haul. But I think for your, like, situation, Alan, I think it is, like, I think you need to get some experience.
Okay.
Not like experience, like, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about like sexual?
No.
That's not where it
No.
started.
I'm saying like to get a feel for what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Like dates.
Which I mean, I know you've been around the block at least a couple times to know. With you know,
Okay,
a particular.
okay. Hell.
Oh!
What the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying like
You mean I've
You s-
learned what I don't want?
Yeah.
learn what you don't want exactly. Like
no.
I know you've been with a crazy bitch, so I'm not gonna say like know that you don't want a
That
crazy
came out of
bitch.
Gavin's mouth? Not
Yeah.
mine?
I'm saying that you've already experienced that. I'm just saying, like, get in there,
And he didn't ask me to cut it out, so.
don't think
It's not on
about
me.
it.
Well, I didn't say it. So I can't get no blame.
Look, I'm not saying that like you're wrong or anything. Like,
Somebody else might think you're wrong.
I'm not saying anybody's wrong in this situation. I'm just saying like, just get in there.
Okay,
get,
you're digging a hole, bro.
No, I'm saying raw dog it, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Please don't do that.
Dude,
Raw
I think
dog.
life has been raw dogging me.
No. Nah, dude. I'm
No,
sorry,
but anyways.
I apologize.
That's all I had to say about that.
No, I agree completely. Whatever I just said
man.
before was just some
Okay.
bullshit.
What?
I said what I said when we had that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got me.
Well, if
I was just saying just for the, you know what I'm saying, the performance.
Well, if I could give a message to the room before
Stupid.
before
you
this
dumb.
is up,
You dumb.
Uh,
Your IQ are below average.
y'all just need to get smarter, read books, go to college, and I'm kidding. No. What I was gonna say was, just be happy. Be happy,
I think everybody in this room is happy.
and I think
Except
knowing
maybe
what you want, knowing what you want in the future is a good thing, but I don't want anyone to try to be like, all right, look, whenever I get to this point, that's when my life is gonna get going. That's when things are gonna go good for me. Just enjoy the ride the whole way, and right now,
Enjoy it, huh?
just be you, man.
I have been
and
enjoying
learn.
it.
Just be willing to learn things.
You are kid enough.
You are Kenneth Alan Beasley.
No,
Well,
dude. If
Alan,
I was
do
a
you know-
woman,
do you know
dude,
what
I'd
you
be
want?
grizzling over this
Honestly,
motherfucker
though.
right now.
Do you
I
know
feel
what
like
you
he
want?
does get a lot of DMs, and he's like, nah, not that one. Not that one either.
Are you
I get the
very
occasional.
are you very picky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Alec is picky.
I mean, I've got standards, and they ain't like unreasonable. I think it's
Oh.
standards that everybody should have, but like, I don't know, dude.
I need to know your standards.
Why?
Because now I'm interested because you make it sound very.
Well, this isn't talk for the
No.
podcast.
No, we can do it off record.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Dude, I'm saying like,
I know one of them.
for one thing, it's like,
What?
Yeah.
but I'm saying like
Yeah.
one thing is like, you know, relationships are one thing, but like, just being happy.
Well,
you know?
well, like what we were saying, like you,
I might
like
not
not having any baggage and being able to be content with yourself before hindering a relationship is
what
you've got to be ready to be with yourself, kind of.
Exactly.
Is that why you
As-
don't have a
as you
girlfriend?
are.
I said, is that why you don't have a girlfriend?
That is exactly why I don't have a girlfriend, because I'm becoming,
You gotta be you.
I am beforming into myself.
I think honestly, Alan,
Why's the focus on me?
Because you're our special
because
guest.
we love you.
What about him?
We
Collyn, I think what you need to understand is you're a great person.
Thank you.
Oh
again.
damn! I shouldn't have said that.
See, I was about to say some like deep ass shit for you, but you
You saved
turned me
that for the
away.
heart to
I wasn't
heart.
gonna dig a hole. I was actually gonna say some sincere,
Yeah,
momentary
y'all had a heart to heart. Hell, we had one in New Orleans.
dude on the balcony bar.
We had multiple, bro. One
I
in the
know.
cigar fucking
I
in
know.
the
And then
cigar
when I dropped the
shop.
cup.
Well,
Yeah, you dropped the cup.
But no, like,
I'm listening.
you know, I'm saying like for
I
you,
don't want to talk about
you
it.
know, I don't know, man. I feel like we've come a long way
Yeah.
as people.
I mean, even this
Like, I've
2.5
known you
hours we've been talking.
I've known you guys for like so fucking long.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I'm in this room with y'all right now.
Me too.
Yeah,
dude.
dude. I've enjoyed
And I
all
guess
of
Hillary.
this.
Yeah, I guess you're a
I
good
freaking
addition.
guess so. You're just kind of here.
Yeah. Just
Hold
took
on,
in the
wait.
grace.
But you gonna inhale that through the
Aw.
nose?
No. I don't know. I probably could.
Fingernails are so damn
Don't do
long,
it.
you
It
can't do
hurts.
Okay.
It
You
hurts.
tried it?
doing
You
it.
did it before?
I have done
Donnie
it with
used
an
to talk
Alto
all
Oh,
before.
fuck that, dude.
That shit is gay. Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him.
JK, JK,
Let's-
JK,
Just one more.
JK.
But you know, like, I don't know, man. Like, I enjoyed everybody from our classroom. Like, even Shelby Rogers. To know what to
Dude.
look out for.
I didn't
You know what I'm
know
saying?
I'm glad that like y'all are still around for me to hang out with.
Yeah.
dude.
I feel that.
Like a lot of people have moved off and shit, but at least like my closest buddies are still here,
Yeah.
and we can still hang out and stuff.
And what sucks was like, some people that I talked to were like, man, I can't wait to get the fuck out of Sabine
Hell, I
Parish."
was one of those. I'm still.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
eventually.
well, I mean, I understand that, but like the second they got out of school, they were like, "Fuck this place! I want to get the fuck out of here." And I'm just like,
Literally, Philip.
I'm like me, dude.
He's gone.
Me, dude. I don't
Yeah,
know,
you
man.
went far.
I don't have
He
to-
said, "Fuck all
Yeah,
y'all."
I know you don't.
Dude,
I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't bother me if I didn't.
Oh,
I definitely will eventually. It won't be.
but
Well,
would
you
it bother
already
you
did
if
move
you
off
did?
pretty far.
Or that's what I meant to say. It wouldn't bother me. No, it wouldn't bother me if I didn't leave Sabine Parish.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
okay.
I don't think it'd bother me either.
I definitely,
I'm used to it.
I definitely won't be here for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
can
and I
tell
mean,
you that.
I know that, you know, but like, I just wish everybody wasn't so like, oh, I want to get, like, some people, you know, like, Alec was like that. Alec was like, man, I can't wait to get to fucking, I want to move out of here. I want to get into a
I
fucking
did.
city.
Well,
I
yeah,
did.
And I know
too.
you did,
I
and it
in
was like-
Natchez for 2 years.
Honestly, it was
Shreveport.
depressing. It was kind of like,
I went
damn,
to Wyoming
dude.
for half a year.
Yeah.
I know, dude. And like, I was sitting there, I was like, man, dude, Alan's out there living his best life.
He's lived a cowboy life.
And like 3 weeks before graduation practice day, for 3 weeks I was in Georgia. Like as soon as we got out for COVID, I went to Georgia and worked with Dad on the storm.
I know, dude. But
And I was like, man, I like being gone, man. I need to do this when I get home.
I don't know, dude. I enjoy it here. I love it. I'm more of a, like, living in a small place,
Yeah.
living in a, you know,
I think
where,
it's been so familiar with it's your home, you know.
yeah. That's why, like,
It's like, I was telling somebody today, we got on the subject of like Sabine Parish and people moving. And it's like, dude, I know every in and out of Sabine Parish.
oh, yeah,
I've been
dude.
here 21 years. I've seen it grow. I've seen it shrink, I guess. I don't know.
It's. I'd say, dude, probably the next 10 to 15 years, Sabine is gonna grow a lot.
Yeah.
Toledo Town was
Toledo
already
Town-
expanded.
Toledo Town is gonna be its own little thing, dude.
Yeah. I'm sorry, bro.
They're supposed to be making like a strip mall
Yep.
in Toledo Town, a Taco Bell and Manny and shit.
Dude, it could have been anything but Taco
I
Bell.
know, bro. They should have done something else.
Like
People have been
Whataburger.
talking about that
Yeah,
for like
Whataburger.
Bro, water, bro. When
I
we
fucking
Years.
ate
love
there,
Whataburger. Oh my
you
God.
remember that shit? I remember you were eating it and you were like, you took a picture of it.
Yeah. to Jacob, I was
Dude,
like,
honestly,
you better get here before I
dude,
finish
that
this burger.
gave me a hearty chuckle because you were like, I'm about to send this to Jacob and say
Hearty
what I'm,
chuckle.
because it was fucking hilarious, dude. Because you were like, I'm about to take a picture of this, and I'm gonna send it to Jacob.
I said, you better be here before
I finish this."
this burger.
Yeah, and like,
or we're leaving you.
and like you had the last bite, and you were like, all right, big man. And I was sitting there, I was like, dude, eat it, let's fucking go.
Yeah, that was funny.
Even though it was like his fucking birthday.
Yeah.
Like,
That was a fun trip, dude.
Yeah, well,
it was, dude.
well, Gavin,
What's up?
how are we gonna do a send off message?
Oh, we
And then we
finished-
can go to like off the air.
I would say, you know, if anybody ever does, you know, listen to this and enjoyed what we have done so far, I would have to say this. If you are hurting as a person, love yourself. That's all you can do.
That's true, brother.
That's true.
Anyway,
And I want
and then go fuck yourself in the butt. Like with a big old dildo.
Just like
10
we're
inch.
about to
Like
do.
do something
If-
you've never been used to.
If
you
life
know?
doesn't do it for you.
Yeah, if life doesn't hit you in the face with a big black
It definitely
dick,
will.
get a man that will.
my
Yeah.
mother's gonna listen to this.
So,
Oh,
but
she don't know how to find it.
but no, we, you
I'll
know,
enlist it first and ask y'all's opinion.
we enjoy these podcasts, and we're probably gonna do them until we're like 80 years old.
Hell
100%.
Hey, and
Fuck
anytime
Vinny.
y'all are looking for somebody, me and Collyn would
Yeah,
love to
dude,
be back.
I will
Yes.
definitely come back, bro.
Yeah, dude, and we love having guests. So if anybody is listening, which I mean, no, never mind. I don't want a weird, creepy guy coming on here, but
I'll take anybody on the podcast.
we'll take anybody
What's your name?
podcast.
Howard.
Yeah.
So how long you been listening, Howard? 42 years ever since I was in
42 years,
middle
6 months,
school.
3 days,
ever since I was
26
three-
hours, and
ever
3
since I
seconds.
It was
3
crazy.
years
Like
old.
as soon as we texted you, you were like pretty. You showed up in like 5 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Colin, we love you.
He's actually
Love you
love
too.
Yeah,
man.
I'm showing you the script. You should be going by.
Alan, we love you,
Love you too, brother.
even though you're not our #1 fan.
Number one right here. Always.
1.2.
Give me a month.
And
It's about to be
I'll have so many
It's gonna be a
Google accounts
competition.
made on YouTube getting y'all views.
Uh-oh.
But
we're
we-
gonna have to give a big shout out
yeah,
to the
Yeah, it's gonna be
podcast.
amazing.
Post it.
yeah. You know, BeanDaddies podcast. This is episode number 4.
No one's
How
getting
long
paid.
did we go for?
2 hours 44 minutes.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
dude.
a long
That's an
podcast.
episode.
We did good. I think honestly we could have kept going.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But
16 more
guess
hours.
what? We gotta cut it. We gotta cut it short. Keep the hungry fans hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, we're gonna have
And-
to do another one.
Yeah, and we enjoyed it. Thanks everybody for listening. And Alex, suck my dick.
I will get to that. And thank you, guests, for being so
Yes,
pleasant
sir.
on the
Appreciate
podcast.
Y'all letting
Yeah,
us
thank
come
you.
on.
Yeah.
Been
Right.
looking forward to it.
Now, this is the ending ceremony. All right,
Oh,
Gavin.
We have to do it every time.
Yeah, all right, Gavin. And it's been real. It's been
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. It's been amazing.
I will
We do
always
that every-
Really?
be ready for it. For you and mwah, mwah,
Mwah.
mwah, mwah.